Like that what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Like that what, yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what be here? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944.
Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless.
Umuwame.
Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless.
Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger watch you.
Your problems start as a man the day you open business for your wife or your girlfriend.
Wow.
The day you empower your wife, that is the day your problem starts. Because I have a wife, ex-wife. I bought her car, took her to abroad, opened a mini supermarket for her. See, these genders, they see you as a competitor. They want to compete with you. I have checked 90% of men that are no longer with their wife, that are fighting. I will ask them 2 or 3 questions. I found out that is when the man opened business for the wife. After some time, I believe as an African person, you should marry many wives to have peace. Because many wives gives peace. Why do you want somebody to marry one wife? Other ones that are not married, who will marry them? It's poor people that are supposed to enjoy many wives.
Why?
You see, we are not forcing any woman to stay. When we take other wife, you don't like it, you go. It is not don't do court marriage. And I tell every man, don't even go near church, say you are married, because a man is not supposed to be virgin. Because if a man is supposed to be virgin, why did God created how many million sperm in a man? A man supposed to, when you come to animal kingdom, you look at animal, the way they behave. You see chicken, you see cock, chicken. Like one cock can be servicing 100 chicken. Parading them, one male goat can be terrorizing all the female. If I marry you and you don't answer my name, you are not my wife. You belong to your father's house. You should go and let that your father you are answering his name marry you. Rome was not built in a day. Are you telling me that I will not grow to be richer than Otedola, Dangote, and every other person?
Is it from experience of your ex-marriage?
My ex-marriage was a betrayal, total betrayal, because I thought this one cannot do like that. And let me tell you, it's not even 1 month or 5 months or 1 year, 2 years, 20 years in marriage.
Wow.
So let me tell you, because when people
What did she do?
Let me tell you. Okay, she did a lot.
5
I've
years has not
seen
started.
a husband and wife that stayed 50 years in marriage. And that in 50th year, they started having problem. This man have to go and do DNA, and this man find out that only the last daughter that they are fighting that brought this issue is the only person that belongs to him. 50.
All right, my people. We don't come again. All right, my people, having a day. We don't come. Let's talk about this. As you can see right there on the screen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Mother of all mommy diaspora. Thank you very much, mommy. Thanks for all that you do. I appreciate you always. Thanks for always being there for us. And thank you very much, everyone right there. Abu Azi, thank you very much, Malapegi Modi, Diti Anthony, many others already. And Stella Imasevedo, thank you very much, man, for the super chat, the first super chat and the only super chat for tonight's broadcast. I'm very grateful. Thanks for all that you'll be doing. May God bless you, man. God bless every one of you right there. Please press on the like, help us to share, take our voices far. We already have a couple of people right here with me on the panel. For those of you that want to join this broadcast today, this is the best time for you to come in. Come in right now and let's start talking. You know, we spent more than 1 hour presenting that particular video where the man is saying one or two things. But remember, the question is right there on the screen. What do men want from women? And what can women accept from men? So we're going to be taking these all things together. Polygamous and all that, blah, blah, blah. You know, is it possible for a man to marry more than one wife? Or rather, can a woman accept a man marrying more than one wife? Even though our forefathers in the past accepted it as a normal thing, you know, marrying them in Otegodo. In case you don't know what Otegodo means, go do your research about it because I don't know how to interpret it in English. Yes. But in postmodernism, marrying more than one wife is becoming very difficult. A lot of women don't want that. But more research have revealed that having more than one wife will give you happiness and long life, while some have said having more than one wife will cause you unrest and affect your peace. So, I don't know. I'm here to learn. As for me, now only one wife I marry. I not get two wife. I not get one for corner. Now only one I get. But I'm not against people who believe that marrying more than one wife is a normal thing. But if you think that marrying more than one wife is a good thing, please let us know. I'm very happy that I have my brother, my big brother, Oga CM with us, Mother Iris Finance with us, Oga Shimiz is with us. Black Panther is also here with us as well. We are waiting for Mother Rita. Commander Rita were here yesterday when we were proposing, or rather scheduling this particular broadcast. Mother Rita, anywhere you did, get up, leave that soup where they cook, come here, let's talk about everything together. My people, now God bless you. Now, my people, press on the like button, help us to share. Grace, God's grace. Thank you very much. Good evening to you, man. Thanks for all that you do. We appreciate you always. I appreciate Nena Ogbona right there. Thank you very much. Didi Anthony right there with us. Rapek Modi once again, Mike Akiambari, and many others. A lot of comments have gone down. I might not be able to mention all names. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you very much. I appreciate you. CO right there with us as well. Thank you, James Omen, right there with us. God bless you, Christian CXL. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless you all, my wonderful people. Let's do this quickly together. Do you agree in marrying more than one wife? Do you think a man having more than one wife will make him happy and give him long life? Do you believe on that? Do you also believe that having only one wife can make the wife think that she owns the world and misbehave and do whatever she thinks? So you've watched the video that I presented to you, and the question right there on the screen, we're going to take all of them together holistically. To be honest, on today's broadcast, me, myself, particularly as the anchor of this particular broadcast, I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. You know, I'm not an old man. I'm a young man. I'm always here to learn. So there are things that I might believe so much on. There might be one or two persons that might educate me, edify me to know that, no, your belief is wrong. This is the right way.
All of us are here to learn, not just escape yourself. All of us are here to learn.
All of us are here to learn, which is good, my
Yes,
brother.
sir.
You know, thank you, my brother.
Not gonna put cross over head.
We have a caller already. My brother Simon, thanks for calling in. Please talk to us. Yes, sir. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
I agree that the openness. And as for my own submission, it's like when somebody see Pagos page full ground and there's me call chief. So you go fit carry the one we say you go fit carry. And that is forget the power. You don't get my power again, wash.
Yes, sir.
It's like when you get money, if you get the money, you can afford all those things. Those things can give you joy, can make you more happy. But if you don't get money as a poor man, you just decide to carry your one bag of cement or half bag, where you they go. No, you don't get money, they fight for because that man they give very interesting that close to 2 hours this and that video. So if you like, you can continue this next week. You see, the man answer your question. They say, to marry for poor man to marry two might not be available. At least if you get the money, as for him, you get the money, make him marry many wives. He talk many things a lot. As for more submission, I would say, if you marry many wives, if you get the money, you will see you will get peace to take care of them. You must get peace. It's now when you don't get money, you can't go to marry many wives. Now that's the problem there because if you get money, marry one wife, that wife will go say now be the devil, and that will make you get the money self. You will feel like king. That's now be the king. It's not advisable for you to marry one woman when you get the money.
Okay. My brother, what you are saying is that you are telling men that it's good to have more than one wife, right?
When you can carry, when you get the money.
When you can handle the responsibility, okay.
Yes, that be the resources, the money. When you get out.
All right, that's fine. We'll learn from that. Thank you, my brother.
That's the truth. That's normal. Thank you.
So that means before you go, if you have the money, you yourself, you would like to have more than one wife, right?
I go do because I don't get money because I'm not telling you I didn't talk about because I don't look and say if you get the money, you get one wife. No problem, be.
So
big problem.
So the only thing that is restraining you now, because you don't have the money to look after all of them, you only have the money to look after one wife.
That's why I stick to where I did because
you be bad guy. You be bad guy. You be bad guy. You be bad guy.
That money no go come.
This I better stay to my lane.
All right.
I better stay to my lane because if I get the money, I go help many. At least many women will come outside. They'll see guys. They'll see benefit. Maybe one person go there. The form Mutunga say, "I suffer with you. I suffer with you." So okay. Say, "I not suffer." Many things already occur. That's also make sure organize was and also nothing there for there.
Thank you, my lord.
If you're there for the other one, if you're there for abroad and have that man talk, you can assist your wife, all these things, all these many things like that. But if you're there for Nigeria and another Africa, none go to use for the country. Nobody go there for Nigeria, woman say conquer it. It's not available at all.
Thank you, my lovely brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you, Oga Simon. Thank you. Okay, Oga Simon is saying that he's with one wife today because his money is only available for one wife. But if you have more money to have more than one wife, he will marry more than one wife. Okay. Wow. Nevertheless, I would like us to start talking. I'm going to go straight to the panelist immediately so we can take it from here. Mother Rita, where you did, come here because you were here yesterday. We're making a vow. Everybody who make a vow with us, they are here. And now, you know, the evil guy seeing surprised me is here because he vowed. He kept to his word. Mother Irene kept to her words. Black Panther kept to his words. And Ogashimize, the same thing. We all are here. Mother Rita, we want to find out for us. My people, now God and God bless you now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. Today is Sunday, 28th of September, 2025. This is the only thing we are talking about today. Let's take it from here. Okay, Mother Rita is already with us. Mother Rita, I can see you already. Thank you very much, ma. Before we bring you in, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, yes, we are good to go, guys. Let's talk about this. We're going to be starting with the first person, which is the first person today.
I'm sorry that I came late. I'm sure you guys have played some videos, but I'm just coming now, but that's fine. Let's just move along.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Madam Rita. We have not even started. Okay, we're going to start with Ogashimize if he's right there with us. Ogashimize, what's your take? What the video that I presented, and what's your take on men who marry more than one wife? Do you think it's toxic or is advisable?
Yes, that was. I greet you, everyone. My brother Cien, I see you there. I greet everyone. Ogadagidi, Black Panther. In fact, I greet all Niger Watch families, the panel, the commentators, and the callers. I greet everyone. Once again, Mommy Diaspora, I greet you for all you do. Yes, Niger Watch, I agree with that man. 100%. You know whether I'm already about to get second wife? I agree with you because so many things are happening right away. See, when you marry one wife, just everybody here, I think everybody here is married. So it depends. Women like let me say a ball that's or is something that when you cut it, you never know what is inside. That's women. Sorry, all the women, I might go crazy about women today. So, it is so obvious that some women are so, the way they are. Now, when you marry one wife and she know that she is the only one that around you. She will start doing, maybe he got 1, 2 children for you. Before you know it, she now brings her true color. You'll be wondering why all of this. That's what will push. That's that thing that will push a man to go and get second wife. He said, what? The person that now that starts misbehaving. I say you will asking yourself where this thing coming from. You ask yourself so many questions. Why these things? Because she know that she is the only one that around you. You just be loyal to her. Everything. She start misbehaving. She can do undo. She can talk down on you. She can do everything on you. So, but see, not only women goes. In marriage, not only women, go, like you say, oh, you are busy the marriage, you are busy me. Women always do that. So many of them. So for me, what that man said, I buy with what he said, because when you get to that one will know. Oh, she won't be maltreating you. She will know that, oh, there is another ones out there. Because that first one, that one, if you start maltreating you, it's okay. You just, you pack your stuff, or it's okay. It's not only you. When she know that it's not only you, know how that woman will misbehave. But if you know that only you married only you, she would deal with you. In this place, some of men don't want to do life insurance. You know why? I meet one guy. He said, "Oh, my wife will kill me." And I said, "No, don't think that way." I said, "Why would you say something like that?" He said, "No, he won't do that." He said, "He will kill me and go and collect the money." I said, "No, don't say that." I said, "Come." He said, "Oh, leave that thing, leave that. I shall not go that area." I said, "Why would you say something like that? Why would you have that thing in mind? That your wife will kill you because of you have life insurance so that you will go and claim the money." There's so many things. There's so many things out there. If people start telling you what they are seeing, men, what they're seeing, you will say, "Wow." So that in this America, Nigerians that divorce, there are too many. In fact, there are too many here. There are too many Nigerians that divorce is too many. So it's because of what? Maybe common something. Maybe the wife feel like, "Oh, I'm arrived. I make money more than you." Blah blah blah. And another thing, sometimes all these things we are saying, if a woman know that, "Oh, you make more money," she will relax. So that you will work and die. Some women, not all of them. Some of them, that if woman know how much you're earning, she will just stop the pedal and say, "Oh, the man, he will leave everything for you." That's why I say here, to marry one wife, that man, I agree with him 100%. Believe me. See, that it doesn't take anything to marry two wives or three, or even two wives. It doesn't take anything. Rather, set up business for the person. That person will she will start her home business. Just give her a good money. She will start the business. Then, everybody will do on her own. So, all these things will be good for a man. And see, if you see, sometimes if you marry a wife, it may be first time she will begin giving you a peace. But
Oga Shimizi, let me ask you: Do you believe? Oh, okay, not the right word. Do you support a man marrying more than one wife?
Yes, I believe. I support.
Okay, support a man to marry more than one wife, right?
Yes, I support.
Okay, go ahead with your submission. God bless you, sir.
Okay, so all these things is because women are some of them, they will hide their characters. When it get a point, they will just bring it up. Bring all of them. You will see so many things in social media. You will see some things. You say, "Come, go away." I don't know. Go in your house. The woman will chase a man and say, "Go," because we are here in abroad. He will call police. One woman, the time I came over here, the lady, she is regretting that she called a police for his husband. He said because they are having some problem. The guy lay hand on him. He now called a police. Before you know it, the police come and throw him outside. You know who he is? Your brother that marrying the woman now. Your brother from Edo. I know this woman very well. But she was saying, "Oh, they say you already did it." So women, it is what it is. But for me, I'm ready to marry another one. I'm telling you true. Because so that you have your peace. Who say one will not give you peace. One will not give you peace.
Oga Shimezi, remember,
Yeah.
say we get Madarita and Madairi's finance. They go tackle you. They will tackle you.
Today is today. I'm ready. So one
All right.
will not give you peace. You okay?
One woman will not give you peace. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes
your wife is watching, first of all.
Madairi's finance, what did you say?
I said I hope his madam is watching. I mean the wife.
His wife is watching. If they tell you why I say go marry he go marry another woman, Jenna now.
So so there is so many things.
Ina Odunga.
Okay, Oga Shimezi, let's hear from Oga CM. We'll hear from Oga CM.
Okay. Let me stop here. I have a lot to say, but let me stop here.
No. We have enough time. You will talk again later on. Let me hear Oga CM perspective on this. Oga CM, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. What's your take in having more than one wife? Do you believe one wife will take advantage of you when you are getting old? Or just let us know. What's your take on this?
Well, thank you very much. I hope I'm coming out clearly. Thank you very much, Naija
Yes, sir.
Watch.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. And then good evening, everybody, those, my fellow panelists, those listening wherever they may be, and those that are contributing through the chat, meaningfully anyway. All protocols duly observed. I will come from a different perspective. I want to, because this is like a debate. Today, 2025, now the way we are now, if somebody is marrying more than one wife, a man, this is why I support it. Women today are more accomplished than men. The way Nigeria is now, a man, the money you make is not just for your family. You have extended family. You have your in-laws to look after. It will be good if you marry more than one wife, accomplished women, they accompany you. They will help you to release the burden, because now women, to me, it's like intelligence now, quotient wise, getting job, reading, studying. Everything is more like the women are taking over. Yes, if I use my state, Anambra, as an example, every governor will tell you then trust key ministries. P2B said it under women. Soludo is doing the same, and they are giving results. Not really because these people, because they are women, but they are accomplished. And when you look at their CV and everything, you shudder. That is a fact of life now. Women are more accomplished. And that's why when you see a woman highly accomplished being single, not that she love it, eventually some people, you see them, some may be frustrated, some may decide to say, let me be a single mother, have children, still on my own. In the end, they want men that can also match their intellectual capability. So to me, if people like minds like that see themselves, take more than one. It is good. It's not because you want to bring somebody down under you. No. It's just to help you cope with the demands of modern world now, economically. Because all this happiness in marriage now, or like before, when women are not exposed, they don't train them. In those days, they said, if you train a woman, finish, another man go marry, and a waste of money. Train only the male. No. Today, ndị Igbo said, ihe nwaanyị ji ka nwoke ji. In other words, what you give a man is what you give a woman. Most families today that are booming are women that are this. So when you look at it, in some places they will tell you, oh, if not that, we could have changed your gender so that you be a man, you shouldn't marry. You remain in our family because you're a warrior. There are women like that. I respect them. So if you marry, see such people, not just anyhow, just you marry, because you are doing it for a purpose, and know that you are doing it for a purpose. I think, to me, I support it, but not just because of the fact that as a man you're a loafer, you can't feed yourself, so you rely that let me get 2, 3 or 4 women, then you to your tent to Israel. If you can't look after yourself, that one concern you. You go to watch them. I don't like that, and most women won't enjoy that marriage. I don't support that. Because eventually they are not happy, so it should have been better for them to be on their own. So taking a a second wife or third wife or fourth wife, based on this principle I've given before, I support it, because the situation now economically in this world is survival of the fittest, and women tend to have that opportunity when they go to school, better read, well accomplished, high flyers. You see them, you say, look, if you have this one as a wife, 2 or 3 of them, you can build an intellectual powerhouse in your place. They're good because you are trying to create a family, a very formidable family, not just because of the joy of a moral relationship, or just no. You can have that from any other, and if you that is what you want. But based on this, I will support it, not just because of the fact that our forefathers did it before. Yes, they did it because that was what was in vogue then. Just like slavery was in vogue. From slavery, you went to colonialism. From there, then nobody's talking about colonizing anybody now. So our forefathers did it because in those days, women are just like to help in the farm. You bear more children, then everybody farms. You can have 20 children. None of them must have seen your local government headquarters. Everybody grew up in the village and got married. But now, people want to get to if it's possible to go and see God in heaven, get a visa to heaven. Some people will like to go there, travel abroad. But how can you intermingle with another society if you are not well exposed, educated? And this is where women are excelling. So to that extent, I support that a man, if you can, you meet with for a purpose, not just because of the fact that you just want to pose, or because you can't feed yourself. If you can, if it's only your capability, just maintain a nuclear family, one woman, then 2, 3 kids. That's okay. You can maintain them. Peter Obi with all his billions. Is it not 1 wife, 2 kids? Yes, and the Obiano, our former governor, the same. Think he adopted 1, making 3. Also, so there are people, not because of you don't have money, or if you have money you marry. People have money, but they still feel that no, this is what they want. So I believe, because in life every existence is an aim, because life is a journey. Every existence, you don't just bring people into this world for nothing, just because you want to marry. Because if you feel you want to marry just to satisfy your maybe a moral relationship, you can't stop. If you marry the first one, second one, you bring them in. Oh, you have 2, 3. Tomorrow you see another one. You feel that it's more beautiful than the one you have. You start going in. Before you know it, you tangle with them. You go come in again. And even then, if you find out that he might cause quarrel, then you keep him somewhere, and then you'll be having all this concubine here and there. It is not. I don't suppose so. Because if marrying so many wives, like the Muslim people, Muslim religion, he said take 4 if you can cater for them very well. But some people will take 4 and still have concubines outside. So if not for Muslim telling them 4, they can bring 10 inside. So this is a debate that, depending on what you want to defend. For me, I feel there should be a purpose for everything. If you can, and given the way the world is now, the hardship is too much. People are bearing it, and then we believe in extended family system in Africa, in Nigeria. So you have a lot of people to help. So for you, you may not get a job that can cater for all these things. The skill you feel you have, other people have it. So there's more competition now, unlike in the 50s and 40s. So what you do is that you look for somebody who can also help you. If you are 1 or 2 or 3, you say, it's like you are bringing them in. But at the same time, it does not mean that because you are marrying them, then people may say it disrespect you. It depends on background. I think if you as a man, there's what you are. A woman will look at you. That disrespect, she won't give it to you. Because 1, the way you comport yourself, 1. Secondly, she knows, because she now know that this relationship, we are in it for a purpose, and not just because of the fact that. But what respect would you expect from a woman who, if you give yourself as a man, you are self-respecting, you know what to do. Every woman, no woman can come and challenge you, because before she now touch, she will look at you and say, look, this man is like a mountain, he'll be proud of you. But not the type, you are the gogoro type, and you expect that you marry my sister every time, and you go there, you want me. No, I won't be happy. I won't, and then she won't be. So that is my idea, or the perspective I want to come in with. Yes, to marry more than 1 wife, given the economic reality and what we are facing now. yes, I support it, but with a purpose. You must be able to make it clear and not just to go and create social problem or social discrimination and then feel that maybe the government will come in all those things. No, because everything has to do with lifestyle and upbringing. So to me, I wouldn't be entangled in something that in the end it will bring a shame to me and my generation and my family. I won't do that. Never. I won't do it. I have example. I cited P2B, billionaire in multi-millionaire in dollar, billionaire in naira. Since before he became governor, yet 2 kids, and look at the way he's living his life, well loved, very happy. And then other people like that. It's not
Okay,
just the kid.
what you are
Some people are
saying,
having this.
what you are saying is that
Yes.
you can never marry more than one wife, right?
No, not never. No. I said if, because I gave a condition. Because you are married, there must be a purpose to everything now. There must be a purpose why you want to. Maybe you want more kids, but in trying to want more kids, how are you gonna cater for them? You have to also plan that. Remember, armed robbers have parents, so
All right.
nobody was born to be an armed robber. It's written on the maternity ward or delivery suit. He said this child was born today. It's written an armed robber on his face. No, people were mad. People were happily they bet. When you bring people into this world without ambition or without something like how to cater for this, not everything is not money. Everything is not money. We want to build a better society so that. Because they were telling somebody that if it like they say Agbero in Lagos, Agbero they marry, Agbero can never end in society because Agbero they take wife more than 1 or 2, and then with DNA they still give birth to Agbero. Everything continues. So is that what we want? That is the issue. Thank you. Niger Watch.
Okay, Oga CM, your own perception over this whole topic, but I'd like to hear from others. Make we see from there. Like I talk, me myself, I did learn from this particular topic. Make we hear from Madam Iris Finest. Maybe she might have a different perception over this whole thing. Madam Iris Finest, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, ma. Talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Avis. Good evening, everyone. Good evening,
Thank
the
you.
panelists, Mr. CM, Mr. Chimezde. It's been a while. Madam
But before
Rita.
we start, Madam
Yeah.
Iris Finest, waiting me
why
one
my
waiting me
Eh?
one ask you be say, will
Mm.
you allow your husband to marry a second wife? Not be selfish, but the Irish Finest, you look like a very selfish woman. Don't be selfish. Will you allow your husband to marry a second wife? Thank you.
According to that man, anyway, may I first greet finish. So, Mr. Odua, Mr. Agberangbiri, I see you. I salute everybody in the comment section. I greet you, Mr. Johnson, my brother, my partner, this kind of man. Mommy diaspora, mama the mama, my mommy, I greet you. I always salute. Today topic go hot. Mr. Naja, was that question when you asked me, so you have a very straight answer. That man that they show in that interview said you don't have to seek permission. If you are seeking my permission, it's a capital no. Absolutely no. Because the one man said, it's not even enough for only me, not to talk of sharing to start with. Good. So number 2, I would like to thank Mr. CN for your submission in the sense that giving we women at least some flowers. It's not like the interview that we just watched, everything about women, everything about marriage, the enjoyment that come with it. According to that man, everything revolve around men. It's always men and men and men and men. Wetin men want. It's like women don't even want anything. They don't have boys. They are just there, just like some furniture, So to start with, I respect his opinion. He said he's a traditional man and he's a king at that. So I respect his opinion. That is his opinion. That is his lifestyle, the life he chooses to live. That being said, what I will say is that you see, as finger have sizes, that is how this thing is. And I will start by saying, just do you. Do what suits you and what works for you, not necessarily what someone else is doing. Number 2, For you to be a polygamy, for you to be in polygamy, especially a man, you have to be authoritative man. You have to be an authoritarian. Because if you are not, sorry will be your surname, because you cannot. I know how we women are. To just make that one clear, polygamy is not made for every man. It's easy for any man to come up and say, oh, I have intention to marry, or if I have money, I will go and take another wife. And I can say that almost all of you that have talked, even that man also made mention of that. You know, the woman that will come and help you if you're a shoemaker, marry pure water seller, so that na grow business on this. The guy that calling also says so, that he don't have money yet. That is why he don't have that enough money yet. That is, if he have more money, he will marry more women. And that same first man also mentioned the different lifestyle between Africa and when you're living in the West. Good. Now, a man that cannot wash plates in Africa, or that cannot carry a man in the front in the Western world, that is a pure traditional man. But now you agree to come the West, let's build together, let's do this, let's do that. Then they forget the woman feeling in all of this. For example, when the man said that when we are in abroad, that one salary probably cannot cover all the bills, that you need the second salary. Okay, we are working, we are using the man own to pay the bills, then we save maybe the woman, or the man will save it, we spend the other one. Fine. After you have now, what they are not taking into consideration, that was giving me a kind of migraine when that man was talking, is that when I follow you abroad, or when we are in abroad, we work all these things together. We are using my money to pay bill, we are saving your own or saving my own, either way. Then at the end of the day, God so kind, God has helped us. With this situation that we are living here, in the snow, in the rain, in the system, you have managed, because honestly speaking, many people that came abroad don't meet to divorce. And I believe nobody is entering marriage to say, they go, make I come back. No. Like in my tradition, they will tell you, as you are going, you have no room in this house anymore. Now, you are not going to, like me, in this case, let me speak for myself, I'm not going to enter a marriage where I will end up paying with my life. I will not do that. If the marriage is becoming life-threatening for me, of course, I will take a step back. Because if I go down, I don't think the money will even be up to 1 year. Obviously, another woman is coming to replace you direct. So save yourself. Love yourself first. Save your own life first. No matter what is involved. Now, after working on that money with you, saving with you, planning life with you, and you want me to sit down and watch you, let's say peradventure we know this, because the man also know that polygamy in Europe, you can go to jail for it, which means you can't obviously do it here. Let's say by any reason you now say, let's relocate, let's go home. Then we now go back home. After all I have suffered in the snow, in the rain, in the system, where I managed to sustain my marriage, because the system can drag your marriage with you, because it's quite tempting, especially in the UK. Because most of other Europe countries might be slightly, because for example, in Spain, when I lived before, it was not that much, that level of high divorce and all that, because that much of that government support for single mother is not that high. But for example, in some countries it's high, for example, like UK. Some women fall into that temptation, they divorce, they want to enjoy all the benefit that come with single mother. Okay, I will stay and bear all the whole of that temptation and take what it is. You want to live as a traditional man abroad, I respect you, you do it, I give you all the benefit to do it. Then I work with you, we save and do everything together. Then we now agree, let's relocate back home. Then you want to bring in another woman to enjoy the whole of that my sweat. And you expect me to come and respect you because there is one tradition somewhere, or I should just suddenly agree and accept. And that, as if that is not enough, you want to push salt on top the injury. You said you don't even need to consult me. You know one thing that men are missing out when it comes to polygamy? They see these things only in the surface. Polygamy is more than surface. That is why many polygamy end in disaster. Many men don't think deep into that. They see only what is happening. Maybe the small basketball that the woman will do inside the house. There are so many women that go beyond physical. Beyond physical. So when some men are talking about all these things, You have to be holistic about it. You have to do your critical analysis, check the risk assessment before you get yourself into certain things that you will not be able to handle. Because sometimes some women don't mean to do it. You also push. It depends on what you give that you will take from. Don't push a woman to the wall. Don't push a woman too far. Many women that wake up to become dangerous today, they never meant to do that. Something also push them. Because sometimes men talk, woman do this, woman do that, woman. You can never hear them mention one thing that they did that provoked probably the person to do that. Okay, now, Ogachimeze mentioned the woman called police for the husband is now regretting it. And he come to say because he lay hand on her. And he said it's so light. And you think it's light? Imagine while laying that hand, he hit her where it's not supposed to hit her, the woman go down. Should we still be talking about who is regretting and who is not regretting? No. So there are things that shouldn't have even happened in the first place. There are things that shouldn't have happened. People can see it normal, like a place like Africa or anywhere or whatever. But one thing in all of this, that is why I say do what suits you. Do you. Don't look somebody else to go and do something. But in all of this, in all you want to do, sit down, assess it, think about it. Because honestly speaking, no woman will take it. And secondly, what I also want to add is that there are class to all these things. There are level of women, just as Dr. Singh said, that you can deal with in all of this. Because when somebody comes out, I have five wives, I have 6 wives, I don't mean to downgrade anybody, but sometimes you can look at those 6 women put together, they are not even up to the standard of one wife that a certain man has somewhere. There are level and there are class to these things. When you know your worth, you will know when a man, because even the man that will be saying it, you will also look at the man, because there's an adage in my place that say, is that kind of soup that you used to eat that kind of pounded yam? Because with all due respect to that man that called himself king, no matter the throne he control, me myself, I will not stoop so low to marry that kind of man. It's not possible.
Madam Harry, please, I will ask you a question.
But his thinking, his mentality, probably his level of life and everything is just too low. Because you operate according to your standard. That is why I am not against polygamy. If you want to do it, yes, to your level. Any woman that will accept it, let the woman accept it. Like I said, there is one woman that is more than 5 women. There is one woman that is more than even 10. So everybody sow their coat according to their size. Cook the food the way you want to eat it. You know, do what suits you. But for me, it's a no. And if you are ready, you say you want to do it, I don't have any issue with it. Go do you, me, I will go and do me. Not 2 ways about it. They don't fight. They don't fight about it. Just do your thing. Because I know my words. I know who I am. I know what I am. I am not surviving because of a man. I respect my husband. Yes, I married an alpha man. I'm proud of that. I married an alpha man and he gives me that respect and I respect him. And I'm a traditional woman. Nobody should misquote me and say because you don't know tradition. No, I grow up. I live a certain stage of my life in the village. I know what tradition is, and we have a strong one at that in the place I'm coming from. So putting all this combined together, I know my tradition. I am educated. I am exposed. I work. I make my money. So I know my worth. For somebody to just come settle for certain things, it's not possible now. So these things, there are levels to it. So I cannot come and say I don't believe in polygamous or I believe in it. For me, I wouldn't want somebody to marry alongside with me. If anybody that think he can handle it, let the person go and do it. But a free advice to men is not for everybody. Even women, it's also not for every woman, because it's not every woman you can compete with. It's not. So it's not really about money. It's about the level. You might not have money. You will still have a certain level of woman that will want to marry you as a second wife and stay there and be turning around with you inside one room or inside the dirty stinking environment or whatever, how you people want to live, and be having children that at the end of the day we will end up as we are ending up in our society today. Yes, because with the mentality of that man and the downgrading, the way he was downgrading women, imagine where that kind of person find himself in the government position. We will be worse than what we are talking about today. Because that is why sometimes I tell you people, what we have as leaders, they are the product of our society, because your mentality will not suddenly change because you become a leader. It's what you have as a person when you have not gotten there. It's what you will give when you get there. So that is what I will say in this my first round. So I would like to hear from other people if I have something to counter or not have anything to counter. Thank you. Mr. Chimeze, you say you have a question for me.
Yes, yes. This question is, will you divorce your husband if you notice that they want to take second wife?
If I will divorce my husband, if I notice.
Will you divorce your husband if you notice he want to take a second wife?
Not when I notice, because when he has not ended the journey, he have not ended it. I will wait for him. So if he think that I'm not a woman enough for him, I will wait. Even if he seek my permission that he wants to go and do it, I will wait. The moment I know that he got married to the person, now you are fully married to me, I will call him. And also, now you are fully married, right? Yes, fine. Fine, I will go. I am not going to stay. To be doing what?
Okay, with all your kids.
Finest, hold on. Please. Irene Finest. Yes, let me quickly take a question behind that question. What if you notice and he's going to take a second wife and you call him, say, look, if this is what you want to do, if you do it, I will leave. Would that have been better? Hello?
Okay. Anyway.
If I would have told him that if you do it, I will leave.
Okay, yes.
Of course, I will tell him. I will tell him.
Okay. That's okay. It's all right.
Mr. Elvis, are you there? Oh, it's like network has kicked out Mr. Elvis. Okay. I think Mr. Black Panther is the next person. Mr. Black Panther can just continue.
Okay, yeah. Black Panther, let's hear you.
Black Panther, Black Panther. Okay.
Atalakpa.
Thank you very much thank everybody, all other protocol observed. I want to say today is an awesome day. It's a day that was set aside for us to really speak. And I want to especially thank Nigeria Watch for what he has brought forward today. And I want to speak from everybody has a diversified. But before I go and say, that's from me. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. And I want to speak from the perspective of the traditional perspective. And I'll bring it from the religion, because all tradition looks up to the religion itself. It's a religion on its own. One, marriage concept was created by God, and it was created for we to multiply on earth. And the concept was like, it's a concept of it's like an autocratic concept on its own, because man was made to be the head of the home, and as the head of the home, man was to supervise everything that is home. And it gave us the woman to be an helper of the man. Many people want to argue that why is it that the devil came through the man to deceive the woman? Yes, that is how we cannot recreate that. That is how God wanted it to be. And
no, Black Panther.
Sorry
Black
for that
Panther.
noise.
Black Panther.
Yes.
Sorry, probably you're deviating a bit. The direct question before you elaborate is: will you take it as a man? Will you marry another wife?
Wait now. I think that the talk they go. You go to here, they go now. Then
my network failed. I guess you guys can hear me now, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm talking.
Yes, we know.
Okay,
Let me continue.
Go ahead. Okay then.
So And in our track, I will not deviate into our tradition. Our tradition itself in Benin is quite different from the Igbo tradition. Our tradition, man, women are to be subjected according. They brought that from the meant to subject itself to the man. It's not a slavery mentality. It's something like you are a helper. You are meant to subject yourself. And as I said, God created it in a such a way that it looks autocratic, but not autocratic in that way. But it looks autocratic because a lot of people are taking advantage of it. That is why they now go blue all out being autocratic. But I will support the concept of a polygamous tradition. I will support that because that has made us one. It has economically it has helped Africa, our tradition. Secondly, and it has also grown our population itself on its own. And it's not that it is bad, but when things started evolving and we started buying the concept of the Western world, that intoxicated and that make diversity in the minds of all the youth that are coming up. They now made them subject their own tradition, which can be modified. But they didn't look into that, but they just carried the Western tradition and lay it on our tradition and make our tradition a useless one. But meanwhile, it was not useless. It was from the scripture itself that we got it. It looks crude to them, but if you go into the concept of marriage itself, if you look at the Bible, the New Testament, the Old Testament, it also looks crude to us now living in the 21st century. But that is not how God created it. It's how man manipulated it. But the concept of it is for economic reasons and for expansion. That was the purpose. And we cannot deliberate and say because of this, because of Western influence, then we cannot throw it aside. I've always been very skeptical about that when we throw aside our tradition. We can improve on some, but we cannot authoritatively throw everything away. And that is what a lot of the women are doing, and a lot of youth majority are taking. If you look at what our mother and sister just said now, I cannot take it. But in the old tradition, you know it, you will always take it. But because of the Western tradition, you can no longer take it. If a woman get married to a man or in a very an understanding environment where all of us will understand ourselves, a woman has already relegated her right, submitted her right to the man. That's why the man go to pick a wife. If you understand it from that concept, but the way we are where we are now, nobody wants to really understand it. Come from a genesis and move into it. Why should you relegate your own tradition and clamp other tradition? You can improve on your own, but that does not mean that you just throw everything from your own. Yes, men that doesn't want to. In the olden days, it's not all of us. It's not all the men that marries. It's optional. Not all the men, but majority are into polygamous.
I also want to tell you, it's not
but
all women.
The way the women are taking nowadays, they are forming an army. They are forming an army against the men, against the tradition. That is what they are doing. You don't need to shout. The men know it's optional. The men know the economical implication of it all. But when the women knows it, they come from the tradition, knows it, but they want to just make a military formation in their heart against it. That does not, it doesn't take you anywhere. Because if you put it to a vote, you're going to lose the vote. Because the minute you get married to any man, you have already submitted your loyalties to that man, and your right is given to that man. I buy some of what the other man, the man that Naja showed us, I buy some, but not everything I buy. In terms of submitting your loyalty, you have already, it's like you submitting your loyalty to a king. You have already submitted your loyalty to your husband because he came to pick you. It's not the reversible way. So, but when we go into some other things, you might speak some word that many might not like, but I'm not trying to trying to paint it in such a way that it tramples on the right of women. But this is the genesis, and we can bring it out like say, look, yes, yes, we can improve on it, but we cannot just throw away that polygamy is wrong, is wrong, is wrong. If you have the economic empowerment, you can definitely go into polygamy, and you can be successful in it if you have the wisdom. Wisdom is gotten from the scripture. In the Old Testament, they had wisdom. They know how to do it. And it bounds on the woman. If you don't subject yourself, and you don't put your rights into the hands of the man, you will see yourself rebelling against the man, and that home will never even work out well. You can even see it in a marriage where it's one on one. The woman rebel against the man, and the man that have to dump the woman, that is not going to continue with this kind of marriage. That is it. In the olden days, you don't see a woman say, I'm not going to marry this man again. It doesn't matter. It doesn't occur. And in the olden days, you don't see a man trample upon women and start to beat the woman to a pop. It doesn't happen. These days, people are rebellious in character because they are not really taught the tradition and the concept of marriage itself. So, in my own conclusion is that men has a right. If you are economically and buoyant enough, you can go into polygamy. Is a beautiful system if you can manage it. It's a beautiful system. It helps economically. It increases the population, which improves the economic base of any society. So that is my own concept of it, and I cannot run away from that tradition because I was born into the tradition. So I have to embrace my tradition and be proud of it. So not one Western thing I will not carry to my head and be carrying a complete out of the West and start perpetrating their gospel to everyone. I have to do my own gospel myself, but I have to improve on it, and we have to improve on it. So on this day, women should be wise enough that they don't rebel. There's a round table, you talk and you make it work. Thank you, Najawa.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Mr. Black Panther. You said that then women were not running away from polygamy, they stay. But I want to tell you it's wrong, because I have seen quite, like my grandmother's sister walked away from her own because she did not accept it. She's not from my generation. Then number two, you said that women should submit. Do you think it's only accepting your husband to marry a second wife? That is the only way you can demonstrate your submission.
No. When the first premises is that when you get married, you have already submitted your right to your husband. And if your husband wants to get married to another wife, he has to tell you that he's getting married to another wife. He has to tell you. The olden days, they tell their husband, they will tell their wife. They don't do it as if they tell their wife. That's it.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers, and the passerby. God bless everyone. Well, according to the topic, what does man want from a woman, and what woman also want from a man? I can say what I want. I cannot say what another man wants, because we are not the same. We are not created the same day. We are not created the same heart. We are not created the same mind. So I can only say what I want. And a woman cannot speak for another woman. Can only say what she wants. So that is only what I can say on that. But if you talk of marriage, like that our brother was explaining, although I did not really hear, but a little I can figure out. I said he married more than one, and he have something he told his second wife, and the second wife said he cannot try that. But him, I believe before the second wife, he's using the first wife to do such, but he refused to do likewise. For those who talk English, respect is what? Reciprocal. I be not be so they talk the English. So reciprocating, you did not reciprocate, but you want people to do it to you. Well, anyway, if you say God forbid from your own,
you will also tell the woman, God forbid you should do my. When I said if the woman that is the one that said the man to do it, you should not tell them to do such, because everything is irritating. So that is for that our brother comment. Then for polygamy or not polygamy, right from time polygamy exists. Even the white man culture we are calling religion today, we are following. They still do polygamy. They will divorce one and marry another one. Then they make the one they divorce liquidate. And that time people go to marriage. This time people are going to manage. People doesn't marry anymore. What we do now is manage. Because what we are marrying now, what we call marriage now, what we are doing, it is a food that another person have eat for free. Then you will not come and pay heavily to put the food in your house. Then before you know, a sour food will start running your stomach. You start running your stomach, misbehaving, then you are not looking for the money you'll be using to treat yourself. That is the kind of women we have now. We are calling wife. They are no longer wife because the real man that has the wife have abandoned it. That time that polygamy exists, when they give birth to the woman, according to the Edo, meaning you will go and knock at the door a day they even give birth. So right from that, they become your wife. So you will be the one to tear the rubber. But what we have now is when Ikechukwu don't go, Musa don't go, Femi don't go, Etionsa don't go, Orene don't go, Ekpinyo don't go, and so on and so forth don't go commot. Then before one man from Cameroon, we now say, okay, let me put you from in my house. Then you will see the misbehavior the woman will be acting in the house of that man. Even those people, we don't even supposed to pay to marry them. But they are the one who will tell you, I want to wear white garment. I want to wear green this. They will squander the money you supposed to have life. Then when you put them in the house, because they have different experience, and you can no longer give a person that has those experience, you can no longer satisfy her because the character cannot learn. According to the book of Proverbs 22 verses, it says, brought up a child the way he will go. When he grew, he will not depart from it. The reason that verse is here and there today, because the bad character have brought up bad children. So nobody value each other. Love do no longer exist. Before the time of polygamy, love exists. A woman will go and say to her husband, this is my friend. He has no man. Because that time may go to war. So women were much. Just like the way women are crying today that they are much, there is no husband. Then he will say, this is my friend. Marry us together. A woman will be the one to call her husband to marry her friend. Or this is my auntie's sister, daughter. Marry. The woman will bring wife from to their husband. So they will love. Those only days, they will love. So this one we call, another man culture we call religion, doesn't bring love at all. It comes to scatter the house. Just like what the Bible said, the book of Matthew chapter 10, 44 said, I did not come for peace. He said, in the family of 5, I will make 3 against 2, father against mother, daughter-in-law against son-in-law. That is what we are practicing today. It's not, polygamy is not about something, if you will to. But our African culture, our African religion, known as tradition, who practice that, many did it for love. Many did it because women were much. And even those days, there were people still married to one wife. It is not it's not a Muslim must marry more than one wife. But it is, if you can, if you feel. Now, these days, I advise people even to marry more than one wife. Why? Because for a woman who will tell the man that your money is our money, but my money is my money, how did you expect that man to marry such that woman? He will marry only that woman? No, because automatically that marriage has spoiled. The man will suffer in the hands of that woman. Let the man not have money, he will suffer. Even I watched one in Facebook. The lady has 6 million, and the husband is riding back for person. The place they are living is a slum. The woman said is not happy to live here, but you have 6 million, you could not bring money out. The man, even that 6 million, it is the man money we have contributed to it. The man sponsor you in school. You said you were saving the money, but it is not only the man that had the money. Even your father will still giving you money. You were saving up. My honor. Anyway, you were saving those money then, but you could not bring out that money to help the man. The man should die and suffer. So such man need to look for a woman that can help his life, because that woman, this one he married, will never have his life. So we have to understand that polygamy come with a reason, not just because the man want to marry more than one wife, or that it come with a reason. For you to have peace, for you to live long, don't marry 2, you marry 3 or 4. It would be better if you marry 1 than marry 2, because your life will be cut short. But if you marry 3, everybody will be as father's name, be on your own, because that is the reason that you see polygamy, you marry more than 2, 3 wives.
Odua,
Sir?
what is the guarantee that you marry 3? You won't like to marry 4 or 5?
No, that is, if you marry 3, you can marry 4, you can marry 5, you can marry 10. That is not the problem. But it's better don't marry 2. It's better don't marry 2. Whether you marry 1 or marry more than.
Let me tell let me say something here. Sorry, just 8 seconds. You see, Oga, doctors here. You see, that question shouldn't come up, because polygamy is not like it's not a habit. It's a culture. It's not habit. Thank you.
But if you marry 3, listen, if you marry 3, polygamy, 2, polygamy, 10, polygamy, 11, polygamy. That's what I'm saying. Because he said marry 3. I said, what if you decide to marry 3 and then you see 4? You want to add number?
No, I did not just guarantee you as 3, but it's better more than, if you don't want to dwell on 1, but it's better more than 2. That is what I said. Not just 3 compulsory.
Anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Duwat. I appreciate you. Thanks, Black Panther and Gassim as well. Okay, the last person on the panel, I'd like to hear from Madam Rita. Madam Rita, what's your take on this whole situation for a man to marry more than one wife? And for any reason, the first wife is not aligning how it is, do you believe in adding more wife, or rather divorce the one you have and move on to marry another one? Talk to us, man. Good evening to you.
Mr. Elvis, good evening, sir. Domo, sir. My lovely mommy diaspora, Lame, Dr. CM, happy Sunday. My lovely erudite sister, Irene Finest, good evening. Black Panther, good evening. Mr. Odua, Domo, sir, and Mr. Chimize. Mr. Chimize came. This is kind of topics he likes. Mr. Elvis, there was questions inside your questions. So before I answer any of them, if I remember, but I'm going to go with what you wrote on the screen. What should women accept from men? Yes, what can women accept from men? The word "can" C-A-N is like you're actually asking the women, what is your standard of how somebody should treat you? You know, that will be acceptable to you. First of all, I want to say to the women, you are a beautiful woman, you are a great woman, you are not a mistake. And women, love thyself. Love thyself. A man, nobody, whether it's a man, that you feel that can bring happiness, a man will not bring happiness to you. Oh, by the way, I forgot to even greet my comment section people. Just Emmanuel J. Inkem, Stella Mesemedo, Abuazi, and sorry if I miss your name. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Like I was saying, a man is not the one that's going to give you happiness. Yes. Women, love yourself first. Because if you do not love yourself, if you do not have radical love for yourself, I repeat, radical love for yourself, a man, woman, even a child would abuse you, would use you, and would disappoint you. Love yourself. A man will not, or rather, is not the one that is going to make you happy. You have to be happy with yourself first. Be happy with yourself first. Know who you are first as a woman. Then you can decide what you can accept from a man or from anybody, basically. As in the context of our topic now, when you know yourself and you love yourself radically, you will know what you can accept. Because what I can't accept, you might accept it. And nobody's going to be upset, or nobody will say that you are right or you're wrong. You understand? So that's my word for the women out there. Yes, I just want to. I'm just going to leave it there because of if I want to itemize it, that would be like a whole day discussion. But going back to what you were saying, Mr. Elvis, first of all, anybody who wants to practice polygamy, it's a personal choice. It's a personal choice. Where it becomes not a personal choice is when you have child marriage, where that child doesn't have any choice but to just obey what she has been told to practice. But in a case of where you are an adult, you have a brain that is functioning, you know what you're doing, you know the difference between good and bad, you understand the consequences of your decision, because there's always consequences for all or any decision we make in life. If you understand the consequences of the decision, if you are ready for whatever comes your way after you make that decision, then it is superb. Superb. Sorry, I don't know your question again. I know Mr. Elvis, what was your question again? I will not accept polygamy. I don't, because I will not practice polygamy. And that doesn't mean I do not respect women who seem to be happy with polygamy. And I can say that if we were in the 18th century, I myself was 17th century, I myself would have probably been practicing a polygamous marriage, and I wouldn't see anything wrong in it. And possibly it might even be due to the fact that maybe, I am not aware that, I can be a better woman outside marriage, or there are things that can even contribute to the home, that marriage is not like the most pivotal part of my life, or just due to ignorance, lack of education, that kind of thing. And of course, because what your forefathers have taught you, that's what you take, and you take it wholeheartedly, that's the way to live, right? But fast forward, thank God for modern day, and we are here today on the internet, and we are learning, and we are seeing so many stories, so many people's experiences, even from your own personal experiences with people that within your family. You've seen what marriages have happened. You've seen what polygamy has even done to some people. You read about, the latest one that just happened, like I think it was last month. The former ADC governorship candidate of Lagos State is alleged that his second wife they had an altercation, and he in VGC there, and it's on the internet, and then she pushed him. And it's been said that the second wife allegedly that she has been the tiger in the house, and the man was just managing it. So so there are questions, there's so many things that you have to question. There's something that Black Panther was saying, men, those I understand where Black Panther is coming from, but the key word that I really don't agree with him, and I think he should probably use. I'm suggesting. I'm not telling you what to do, Mr. Black Panther, but you probably should use a better word. You use the word. There's a rebellious or is it rebellion or attack? Coming from the women folk against tradition and all. I don't think that's right. That's my own perception. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I just feel using such strong words, it's kind of, to me, defeated the purpose of everything that you were saying, which was, spot on. And and then you said something too. You said you listed the fact that men marry for economic reasons and another reason, but you forgot to say something, and I noticed that a lot of men to date, whether it's online or here, they have refused. I repeat, and I see Mr. Chimezi as one of those kind of men. I don't know, for some reason, they have refused to admit that pleasure is the reason why they want to practice polygamy. Many men have refused to add that part, apart from the economic, or you want peace of mind. Pleasure. Yes, the pleasure of having a woman, the pleasure of the other room. That is why many
Margarita, no be so. No be true.
Mr.
No be true.
I don't know why. I'm just saying, because you
have
very
question.
supported that if you marry second wife, but please let us please men be honest, be open.
There are so many factors. Pleasure is one of them, so you cannot emphasize on that alone.
For admitting, because you miss that part of pleasure, because many men, and that pleasure comes from selfishness. Yes, it comes from selfishness. And thank you very much, my
sister.
Yes, sir.
No, you cannot categorize pleasure selfishness. It's wrong. It's how we are created. It's how we are created.
Margarita,
yes, sir. Okay. There's something my sister said. Irene, I'm owing you some serious black soup. I didn't make black soup today. I made fried rice, Nigerian style. But I really owe you one for how you really laid it out for everybody to understand. And there's a key word from what you said. You said risk assessment. Risk assessment. A lot of men, because of the pleasure in which they're going to derive, the risk assessment is the tiniest part of the brain that they don't even touch at all. Is when you see the aftermath of, their actions, you're like, oh, I should have, I shouldn't have, right? So it's a choice. Like I said, it's a personal choice. Whoever wants to practice it, polygamy, that's fine. But, coming from the book of in the Christian perspective, there's nowhere in the Bible that Jesus, or Yeshua said, practicing polygamy is wrong. But there was also an advice in the book of Deuteronomy 17:17. And everybody knows that the book of Deuteronomy is like Moses wrote that book. And it's like it was I see it like a letter for the Israelites of the future. A letter for the Israelites of the future, and that's what Moses decided to write. And then he mentioned in that 17, it said it talked about who you should marry, what kind of king that you should bring. A king must be an Israelite and not an outsider. And he also pinpointed on that Deuteronomy 17:17 explicitly warned that kings he warned that kings should not take multiple wives. He said because it could lead to their hearts being turned away from God. Right? It was just an advice. This is an experienced man advice to the future Israelites, Moses. And I think because of his experience, you remember Moses grew up in the royal house. He saw so many things. He probably had so many, let me use the modern word, so many girlfriends, so many Oshofri, there were many. He had seen it all. He has seen it all. He has seen men cheat. He has seen women cheat. He has seen how men make brash decisions, without even thinking, because of a woman, because of pleasure. He had seen it all. We talk about the story of Samson. Because of a woman, he made a bad decision. He told her the secrets that he had between him and God. So you see, the Bible cannot be wrong. Even if you want to bring it in our own traditions now. I kid you not. I have spoken Thank God I had the opportunity, because I'm very outspoken and I love to talk to older people. I love to talk to the elders just to learn and to see their own perspective. Sometimes we may disagree. Sometimes they may see my own perspective because, you understand? So, Mr. Dr. CM, hold on a sec. So, when I've seen an older man, I said, Uncle, okay, why did you marry 6 wives? I love family. My daughter, may God rest his soul. He said, my daughter, if this one is giving me a headache, see, they say one of them lives abroad, comes back and go. And he said, this one they give me a dick. I'll go to Mama A now. And this one they go me. He said, what's come to worse? If the one when he wants attention will not give. I said, it's not wahala when they quarrel. If he drive his car or a driver will take him to his concubine's house. I said, so what you're looking for, Uncle, was just peace, right? He said, yes. I said, but do you realize that you brought chaos to your house? So I'm not saying on all of them, in all the wives now that you have, at least you can't love all of them equally now. He said, no. He said, everybody, each one of them, they bring something to the table for him. So it's all about his own pleasure. That's my point. Forgetting that these women, whatever decision that they made to even be second, third, fourth, fifth, possibly economic reasons. One of them, he said that the father just gave her to him and they couldn't refuse. I say, Uncle, because you like woman, because of the pleasure part, you accepted. You had the choice not to accept. It was not force. It was not force. So he laughed and I said, well, to be honest, the third one, he said the third wife is a very good woman amongst all of them. He said that one doesn't give me stress. She doesn't give me wahala. If I don't have money to give her, she'll say, okay. She doesn't stress me. She doesn't argue. She's very good. I say, Uncle, okay, you reach that third wife now. And you say that one is the best amongst all. Number 3. What made you marry 4, 5, 6? He started to laugh again because he knew where I was coming from. That's why I said, men are selfish. We are selfish. I'm going back again to the book of Deuteronomy 17:17. For Moses to highlight those things for the future Israelites, he had seen it all. He was a handsome man. He had money. He had influence. He was a prince of Egypt. Do you think women, when he was not getting, he had a harem of girlfriends, women. Some of them we even put it in for free, self. Because he has seen it all. He has seen what happens to a man when you have multiple children, multiple wives. He never said it was bad, but it could affect a man's decision, especially for kings. He was specific. That was Moses' wisdom, like they say, as his sense reach. Some people, they were okay. And I believe as at that time, during Moses' time, there were some men practicing polygamy and all was well with them. All was well with them. In this part, he was specific for the kings. He was specific for that because he has seen what happened to kings who went into such practices. He didn't say it was bad. Preferably, this was his advice. You don't have to take it. He's saying it based on his own wisdom. Now, fast forward today. I think I was watching, it's always in Delta State, you see, a man will marry 4 wives on the same day. Up to all the Delta men, all the robo men especially. I hear you now.
Now be robo na isoko dey do am.
Okay, yes, thank you. Where's it, sir? Isoko, I hate them well. But if I look up what's going on present day, I think it's a poverty alleviation scheme now. That's what it is now. Yes, and I can argue that with anybody. It is a poverty alleviation scheme. And there's something my sister said, Irene said, if you look at these men now, in fact, let me just use the word 90%. Let me be kind to say 90%. 90% of these men who are saying we have married 6, 7, 8, 10 wives. If you look at the caliber of women now, all of them put together is not up to the standard of one very great woman who has married a man. Yes, it is the truth. It is the truth. So it is a personal choice. It's a personal. I would not want to practice it.
Okay.
I would not want to practice, but it's a personal. Yes, you wanted to ask a question, Dr. CM?
But Rita, what I want you to factor in is this.
And I also have a question for everybody too, and please be honest with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what I want to factor in is this. You see, look at it this way. How do most women now, we say they don't want to be single, they are asking for husband. Some will tell you they don't care to be second, third, or fourth wife, but they want to get into a man's house. Have you not seen women saying that? How do you solve that problem?
Yes, thank you very much for that question. Like even one she's an influencer. Her name starts with the letter T, and then she had a podcast, and she said something about at this point in her life, she doesn't mind being a second wife. She doesn't mind being a third, fourth wife. I'm still going back on that level. We all know that influencer, she's fairly okay, she's fairly wealthy. What she's looking for at that point, she said she was tired of being lonely, right? She was tired of being lonely, and she didn't. From what I can remember from that podcast, she wasn't really talking about she needs a man because she wants to procreate, even if she's going to have a baby soon. She needs. She just said, she's tired of being lonely, that she wants to, have that companionship. That was her own reason. And I kid you not, such a woman will not live in the same house with a man with many wives. She will live in her own house. You understand what I'm saying? So that answers your question, Dr. Sim. I don't know if I answered it the way you wanted it to be, or did I miss something?
No, of course.
At the end of the day, it's a personal choice, Dr. CM. It's a personal choice.
See, Dr. CM, you ask a question, Dr. CM. You ask a question.
Even if all of them are not living in this, the fact that even if his own house is different or this, she's already into a polygamous relationship.
It's her choice. And yes. And yes, and you know what? To be honest, God didn't create us to be alone. God created, we are naturally communal. We're not meant to be alone. That is the truth. But sometimes people are alone not by their own choice, but by circumstances of life. We are not meant to. Some people are very okay being by themselves. Yeah, they are not lonely. They are okay being by themselves in their own space. They don't want anybody to share their apartment, or they are very okay like that, and you respect that. You understand? But for nature, the way God created us, this is my own belief. We are not meant to be alone. We are not meant, especially for a woman, even a man. I mean, from the creation of the story of the Bible, it's not everybody that's a Christian or believe the story of Adam and Eve. God said it is not good for a man to be alone. You understand? A man needs a companion. A helper. You use the word helper because some people like Black Panther will correct me.
Dr. Ali, Madam Speaker. When if you read the Madarita, let me say something, just seconds, please. When you study the Bible very well, when God was talking about marriage, he wasn't speaking to the women. You know that.
Who are you talking about? Sorry, please be specific.
He was not speaking to when God was instituting the marriage policy. He was not speaking to the women. He was speaking to the men.
What do you mean?
So when you say the woman, because she can live, see the wisdom of the Bible. Go and read the Bible very, very deeply, and even ask your pastor what I'm saying.
God only created Eve.
When God was
Mrs. Eve and Mrs. Eve.
Wait now.
What's your point?
You don't understand what I'm saying. When God was talking about marriage, he wasn't talking to the women.
Then it was not telling the men to marry animals.
He was telling the men.
Give me a verse.
The men. That was why you were saying he was speaking to the kings. That's why he was advising the kings.
Okay.
He cannot advise the princess to get married.
Black Panther.
The Bible said when they are interpreting the Bible, they will say when he say men, he's talking to everybody. Then when it's not come to marriage, he was not talking to everybody. My brother, none of they interpret the Bible well.
See. Everybody they try to take the Bible as an advantage.
Mr. Black Panther, can I
yes.
I was specified about the Deuteronomy 17:17, and I said, if people don't know, Deuteronomy was a letter from Moses to the future Israelites about the standard of how to live, according to God's law. Period. And then that particular verse. No, listen. When you said God said, I said, please be specific. We have to teach people here. It was Moses. I repeat, it was Moses
See, the concept of
listen,
Madam Rita.
Interrupt me, please. I am saying something. Just listen. When I'm finished, you can talk. He was specific about the different ways in how they should pick their kings, where they should pick their kings from. For example, he said, do not pick a foreigner, always pick an Israelite as a king. You understand? Then he now, when he came to how kings should marry, he was specific. Ideally, he was saying ideally, it is not good for a king to marry multiple women because it could affect his decisions. Because it will affect his decisions. And I told you explicitly, I said, Moses is saying that. And I believe Moses was saying that because this is a man who grew up in a royal house. He was a prince of Egypt. He saw everything. He saw what women did and how it affected men in leadership positions. Because of multiple women, there was so much confusion. Decisions that were made were manipulated. That is where I feel he was coming from.
See. Madam Rita, you don't force it. You are forcing it. You are forcing it.
I'm not forcing it. I am giving you word for word what I read. Anybody can read it in their own and interpret it in a different way. Please, you are deflecting me from what I was saying.
It's not a matter of interpreting it in different ways. Not interpret. Go to theology. The theology student, they will tell you when they're talking about marriage. When the point is that you are making a sort of a defense for the women.
Oh my goodness.
You are not really speaking on the marriage issue per se. You only concluded that you like this thing. Wait, now what they talk, you go to say, my goodness, I'm just trying to get your understanding. That's what I'm trying to get. And if I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong.
If you listen more, you probably understand what I was saying. I have spoken about what women should do from the first time I started making my submission.
See.
Part about
in
marriage,
the issue.
My opinion. Can I finish, please? Because this is my time, and Mr. Alabo is waiting. Please, thank you. When it's your turn, you can explain better. What I'm trying to say is, it's a personal choice, and I don't have any grounds with anybody if they choose to practice polygamy. Like I said, if it was in the 17th century, 16th century, or even 18th century, I would have been in a polygamous marriage. Yes. And I won't see anything wrong. I will probably be happy or sad. Most of you here, if your mom is alive now, and maybe your mother was in a polygamous marriage, ask her and let her be honest. Was she happy? And I know many people have seen so many. No, listen.
Many people were happy. If you want to know, many were happy. Don't do anything. Many were happy. They were successful.
Were not happy marriages. They stayed there because of the children and because of the content.
That's why I told you that you are making a defense. You are not talking on the issue.
I am not convoluting.
You are making a defense.
Interrupt me. You are convoluting.
It's your time is even over now.
Understand? Because I did not interrupt you. I did not even interrupt anybody. Yes, sir.
Your time is even over. Don't even look at time.
Yes, Mr. Chimeze.
I want to ask you a question. If the same question I asked Madam Iris Finest, if your husband marry and take another wife and he got to know, will you divorce him?
When you say and I got to know, in a sense of yes. I knew after I did or I knew before or I was aware. You have to be specific in your question, sir.
Okay, maybe he didn't tell you. Maybe he didn't tell you. He got to know.
He didn't tell me I got married. I'm out of there. What am I doing there? It means he doesn't respect
me. See, Mr. Chimeze.
He's a coward. He's a blood
Mr. Chimeze, the rules of polygamy, if you are getting married to another wife, you have to tell your wife at home. That is where you break the rules and regulation of polygamy. If you want to be a polygamist, you have to tell your wife.
Thank you. Black Panther, but you just heard that man that we listen to his interview. He said you don't owe women explanation. You don't even have to tell them.
That is why I said I agree and disagree with many of his thoughts. I told you and I said it.
I have a question for everybody.
Even the new woman you want to marry, if you do the boy, will tell you what of your wife at home. Did you tell him that you want to marry me? Some women will ask this.
Some men will even lie to the women. Some women will not even know the man is married. I kid you not. So men, I have seen stories like that. And there's a question I want to ask before I forget.
But Rita, why are you so contrary to every opinion.
Oh my goodness. What do you mean, Black Panther?
Because you're always saying you have never said
Like
anything good as
contrary.
a man. Let's say no. Some men will always say lie. Anything. Some men will always say this.
I am
Negative,
saying
negative.
it from experience. So
You are
please,
defensive. You are defensive.
defensive, Black Panther. Black Panther, please, you're getting me upset. Please, just stop it there. Please just stop it right there. I am telling you from my own experience that there's some men that will do that same thing. They will even lie to the woman that are getting married, that they're not even married.
What of the men that will not lie? What are the men that will not lie?
Stories that men will go to Nigeria and marry, and they are fully married legally to a woman.
Those are minute. Those are infinitesimal.
Please.
Okay.
I beg,
But there
I have
are
a question.
women. There are women that when you want to come and marry them, a man is already paying something on their head, and they keep quiet and collect from another man. A woman does that.
Yes, it exists.
So it's both ways. It's both ways.
See.
There are women that because they now see you coming, they feel that you are now rich. So this one now
See,
go take. What of the other one you promised? And you
when we are talking on these issues, the issue that she brought up, is very minute. You take the statistics, it's very, very minor. So you can't press. Let me talk now. You dey talk since you want me I talk.
This is my own.
See. I respect your own opinion. But I'm telling you that it is very.
Doing when you made your submission, I didn't even ask you a question. I didn't interrupt. That's the truth. Let us be fair here now. Please, I have a question for everybody.
See, Madam Rita, if you want to be bullying somebody when person want to talk on issues, it's very bad.
Excuse me, what do you say?
It's very, very bad. Yes, because you are gagging. You don't want me to say anything. You are gagging me.
Respecting me, Black Panther. And if there's anything at all, you are the one interrupting my session.
Because of what?
Okay.
Interrupting. Are you a saint? Don't you interrupt me at times?
It's my turn to speak. Can I speak, Black Panther, Madam Rita, please?
Let's have the question so that we
Okay, Madam Rita, ask your question before I come in, please.
Let's ask the
program now.
Rita, please.
Can you mute yourself, please? The question I wanted to ask is, will any of you allow your daughters to be in a polygamous marriage?
To me, let me answer first.
That's how I'm going to end my submission, and I'm going to get my turn, Mr. Niger Watch, and I don't want to. If Black Panther interrupts me, I will be disrespectful. I'm just saying it here. Thank you.
My own is that I will only explain the nuances. If she wants it, I give her my blessing. Simple. That's all.
All right. Can I speak now? Thank you.
Me, Baba, before you speak, me, if my daughter said it's polygamy, she's free to go. What matter to me is her happiness. The man and she, they happy together. Because it's not by polygamy marriage work. One still divorce or be divorced, however you people call it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Odua. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, my fellow panelists. Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch, our mommy and the backroom staff, those on the comment section, Abu Azi and the rest. God bless every one of us for coming out. Yeah, marriage is a deep, it's a very big institution, which we know. It's deep. When you come to religion, it's a different thing entirely. You come to the tradition aspect of it, it's another thing entirely. So when we are talking about this, looking at the topic, what do we really want? And what can a woman take? Is very important. So for me, one, for a traditional man who believes my tradition is not against it, and I have a way I want to do this, it's a choice for everyone. But where we all will be going wrong is when you said, they ask you a question, who are you? You said, I am a Muslim or I'm a Christian. What does your religion that you believe says about marriage? If you go to Genesis for the Christian, it talked about it as an institution, that it's not good for a man to be alone. That one day they will click to each other and both of them will become as one. It's when you see that, I've not seen a place we have the right, like, to say, okay, many, or use a plural to mention it, to say, okay, this is the number that you will have. It's always you, one person. Why did the Bible not really break it to say, okay, it's multiple, but it's always a singular sentence to say you and you, both of you will clip together. Not three of you, not four of you. That is for you as a Christian. So if you have accepted that you are a Christian, and there is nowhere Bible have stated to say, okay, you must marry 100 wives. I know some people will cite example of the mistake of Solomon, the wisest man, and people will cite the character of our grandfather Adam, or that of David. We always want to cite example for this. And one thing I like about Apostle Paul, what did he say? He told us about this marriage. There is something deep. One thing that Apostle Paul emphasized on is what? He said, instead of you going into immorality, committing fornication, it is better for you to marry just for protection, for you to avoid going into sin, sinning against what you believe. Apostle Paul advised and said, let every man look for his own wife, and let every woman look for their own husband. And both of you will come together. And when you come together, he also went further and advised and said, the body of a woman belongs to your husband. In no case your husband is asking you to come, let's do blow blow. You said no. The same thing referred to the man. In no time that your wife will ask you, I need it, you have to give it to him. But for him himself, looking at the problem of marriage, Apostle Paul personally avoided it. He said, I'm not going to go into it. He said, singleness, you being single, is good. It is a gift. That is what Apostle, how he described it. So I'm looking at the religious aspect of it and coming to the traditional way. What do you believe and what do you see about marriage? Talking about people making choices, having multiple women as wife, where do you belong? Are you a traditionalist? Are you an Islam? Does your religion approve that? So if you are a Christian and you believe in Jesus Christ, does your religion approve it to say you will marry many wives? However, most of us will argue and said, it works in the times of our forefathers and our fathers. Yeah. It's the same generation, is the same thing, understanding our parents have, is it the same thing? Is it in this Gen Z generation that you think you can marry 5 to 4 wives and you survive? No. Things are changing. It is not how we used to see during our fathers. When we were growing up, our parents are taught to understand a man has the almighty power. Your responsibility is to be submissive. A woman grow up to believe that her responsibility is to cook food, grow up and marry. Some people don't believe in their tradition that you have to even go to school. That is how people grew up then. That is their belief. In this generation today, some women have capacity over men. Some have even made their choice. They didn't see marriage as anything that they even want to do with. So things have changed. It is not back then. We will be thinking it's the same thing that is applicable in 1945. It's the same way it will be applicable in 21st century. It is not possible. When you are talking of marrying it for those who believe, I am coming in this angle
Because every one of us in this panel, it is either we are Christian, Muslim, or traditionalist. That is why I'm coming in this angle. For me, I am a Christian, and I have not seen any place that the Bible have advised me to marry multiple wives. Am I a Christian? Yes. So I believe in something. I believe in Jesus Christ. So why would I do contrary to my belief and what I know? This is not the right way to go.
Okay, what of the King Solomon?
That is why if you
What of
listen
King
to
Solomon?
it's a mistake Solomon have made. How did he end? The wisest man.
Who says it's a mistake?
Let me ask you this question.
Can I ask a
Let me
question?
let me ask you this question. Who
Yes,
brought
I'm ready to answer
who
if you want
brought
to. Go ahead.
who brought the Christianity to you, and what were you practicing before the Christianity came to you?
Now let me tell you from where you believe. You are making references to Old Testament. Why did
Can I ask you a question?
Abraham send the concubine or the one the wife brought, send her away? If
Okay.
Abraham, our forefathers, can do that, believing that it's not legally a wife, that it's only Sarah that is his wife. So whenever you're coming with your question, I want you to think back to that place.
Mr. Labo,
go ahead.
Please, can you read 1 Timothy 1:3 for us?
You can read it for me.
Now, according to the Bible, it did not give you God did not give you order of one wife.
Can you read it for me? Just read
Yes,
the 1 Timothy.
yes, this is all this were advice. If you want to be a bishop or a leader, for people to respect you, it's better you be of one wife. But if you don't want to be, you can marry as many.
Odua, are you a Christian? We are on live program.
New Testament is a First Timothy New Testament or Old Testament?
Mr. Odua, are you
Is
a Christian?
In Africa, Christian in our head. It's only in Africa. Where we are here,
I am asking you, if you know you are not a Christian, remove it on your CV, remove it. Don't say
no, you said in the New Testament just now. The reason I asked you, Timothy, because you said the Old Testament is what people, then that is why I asked you, First Timothy is in New Testament or not?
I say read it for people to hear you. Read what he said in First Timothy.
When it gets to my turn, I will read it.
Okay. All right.
Can I ask you this question so that I can finish up?
Hold on. It's not about one particular person. Let's hear from moderator first. On a final submission, we can ask those questions so we can round up. We shouldn't be here for the whole night. Yeah. Moderator, it's good to have you.
Mr. Naja, what now? Me the talk. I never finished my 8 minutes.
Mr. Dream Nation was speaking. He hasn't finished his submission.
If like this, your network.
Tinubu, they finish okay, Mr. Alabo, round up then, please. Okay, that means you are the last person. Everybody have given their submission.
Yes,
okay, round up.
Yes, I'm the last person speaking.
Thank you.
So, as a traditionalist, let's go back to Africa. People who believe, why I'm talking this, I taking my own from those angles. Before people are coming with a question, I am ready to respond to every bit of a question. Like I said earlier, every one of us belong to one bit. Either you are a traditionalist, you are a Christian, we cannot come here and come and turn the Bible upside down or bring our own opinion or how we think the Bible describes it. Let us speak truth. One thing is a choice. A traditionalist will believe, this is how I want to go, I want to marry. Some people marry for economic reason. They have a big farm. And they think, oh, when I have multiple women, a lot of wives, they will follow me to farm and I will produce a lot of things. I will achieve a lot of things with plenty of children because they have the resources. They are rich. And if they think they can do it that way, that is their belief. And they are walking through that way. But I'm telling every one of us today, what is applicable in 17th century will not be possible in this Gen Z and Gen Z Alpha we are having today, in this generation we have, that you can marry those multiple wives and survive. Then talking about you fixing and taking care of your marriage, avoiding this. Everybody have their way. There are people who still marry a good woman, but because they are womanizers, that is another problem. We should not write that factor. Their wife is submissive, they does everything, they respect the man, they do everything in the house, yet the man will go and marry another wife, still sleeping with people outside. That is your own problem. It's a character that you have to deal with. You not having that discipline, it's a problem. It's not the fault of a woman. Then when you go to the aspect, we know we have questionable character, both in men and in women. It's not just one side. So when Mr. A is wrong and looking it that way, I don't want us to make it a woman problem because a man has superior power over a woman. In this generation we have today, some women are richer than men. They are ready to use their money and marry, and men are willing to obey and live by it. It's a choice of individual. So for us, those things that happen in our forefathers will not be possible in this generation. So if you are going into marriage, that is why it's advisable. Through your courtship, learn, study the woman, study the marriage you are going into. Because it's a union, it's an institution. It's a place you will go. It's a long time something. Somebody that will sleep and wake up with you every day. So it's something you should make the right decision. So when those problems begin to arise, it shouldn't be an option for you to begin to think you are bringing another woman will be the thing. It's a different generation. When you bring, have you sorted the problem of this one before you are bringing another one? It's not what will give you a pleasure to do. It's giving you blood pressure. That is what you will have. It's IBP you are going to get. It's not any peace of mind. So let us not deceive ourselves in all those things. You can have your side chick, you can have them in multiple you have, but not talking of bringing a woman and having it to put in the house. And some of the things we do, this always, I am the man. So you think you can do everything. How will you feel that you saw your woman with another man outside? How will you react? You will not be happy. So how do you think women feel when they see you womanizing, doing those things? They have feelings. One who is attached to you. It's your body, soul, and spirit. Two of you have joined together. You become one. Your thought is her thought. The feeling you have is your feeling. So would you consider those factors before we begin to jump into economic factor or I have money, so that reason I can have women are always the bad? No, I don't want us to paint it to make it women are always the bad people. Men, we have our own problem. So let us separate the pleasure, your urge for women from the reality of things. So let us separate that. Because you are a womanizer, you have that as a license. I'm a man, I can marry up to 5 women. No, it's your hunger for what you are seeing in the black set. Anything that check from Yach, no, you must carry. Some of us, we don't even know. So when you are deep into it, into this fornication, immorality, anything you see that is checking, whether you know getting Yach, you get Yach, you will just be taking it. Even after you finish, you will say, is it the kind of thing I even carry? So it's your problem. So let us fix those problems and look at other factors that can be. So go back to it where I started. Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Are you a traditionalist? So what did your religion told you about marriage? I don't want us to come and begin to change the Bible. Thank you. Let me leave the ground. God bless every one of us.
Prince Alabo, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You wouldn't have said it any better. Thank you so much. You just laid it out and you were very, very honest about it. You know, when it's, you see, sometimes it depends on who is speaking, will determine if you are believable or hearable. Believable, I mean, to the person who is listening to you. If this is coming from me, what Prince Alabo just said, if it was coming from me, people will say I'm a feminist. I've always said it out here, and I don't mince my words. I am not a feminist. I don't want to be a feminist. You understand what I'm saying? But and obviously somebody just even called me a bully here because I was trying to tell him, you don't interrupt me because I didn't interrupt you just because it's coming from me. But if it was coming from a man, the reaction would be different. You know, when I talk like this, When I say things like this, I am trying to make men aware of the things that subconsciously that they do, that they don't even know it's not right. Thank you, Prince Alabo, for highlighting these things. And thank God it's coming from a man. That's why he's believable now. People are, and what you're saying is wisdom. You're not trying to emasculate the man or try to make the woman, something lesser than what she is. You just said it exactly what it is. These are see, I like real life experiences, real life situations, so people will get to have a better understanding. Honesty. I mentioned this thing about pleasure that many men, in fact, it's so hard. It's so hard for men to even admit it. That the reason why they even practice it because of the pleasure part. It's hard. They give you one excuse that the woman is not good, or she's not submissive, or you have a woman who has given you male children, female children. She's submissive. Anything, what you say is law for her. She doesn't listen to anybody but you. At the end of the day, just because she's so subservient, she's so obedient, you feel you can bring A, B, C, D into the home. What do men want? I keep asking this question. What exactly do men want? What exactly do men want?
Margarita, you know what?
Children, a good home, good food. The woman is looking deliciously beautiful, that you will think she's had children, yet you go and carry one pounded yam outside. I don't understand. What do men want? Exactly.
They want,
and please
what they want radical feminists. You say you're not a feminist. You can be a feminist because you're no. What I'm saying is that what I'm saying, I'm not saying you are. You have every right to say you are not a feminist. But for me personally, I believe all women are feminists, but depend on the side of the way you want to look the feminism. No. Because you are not a man. You know, so you are not going to have the mindset of a man, obviously. So the issue is that it depends on the kind of feminism you want to embrace. If it's a radical one, if it's all this 21st century one, the Gen Z one that is a pre-feminist in their own way, that one is different. Because when you hear some speak about this feminist thing, you will just know that this person don't have idea what feminist is.
A lot of people don't know what the definition of being a feminist.
Exactly. That is it. That is what
feminist, because I am not, and I keep saying it. I know what I ask for in any relationship is respect and honesty. Respect and honesty. That's just it. Like, see, women don't need a lot of things. Women don't need a lot of things. I kid you not. You see some men, you say, oh, that man, the woman don't turn the head. Or this woman, Amumu, anything the man say. You don't understand the relationship. You don't understand. They talk about there are 5 key factors of love languages. And I believe there are more than 5. But I know one significant one, even if a woman picks 1 or 2, one significant thing that a woman like is touch. When I mean touch, it doesn't mean touch in the other room. No. See, men don't get it. For example, if your wife is cooking, you can just touch her and say, well, don't rub her back. Or sometimes some men just playfully just hit the behind. Or sometimes, you just come and just do something nice. Touch.
And as he's doing that, he just take one fried meat and throw it into his mouth.
They teach them. They know the year word. When I say touch, all the men, their mind went to.
You don't talk finish. Are you done? Who's next?
I don't say you go like that kind of talk. I don't know what I'm doing.
Who is next? Who is next now? Who is next, Mr. Maja Watch?
But my final submission is men do not marry you because of love. Men want companionship, and they want a woman that will take care of them at their old age. Unfortunately, I have seen it. I cannot mention names of men who practice polygamy. At the end of the day, in the evening hour of their lives, none of the women are with them. So therefore, whatever decisions we make, please, assessment, look at the risk assessment, and also please know that there's consequence for every action and decision that we make. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
All right. Thank you, Mother Rita. Thank you, everyone. Right, everyone on the panel have given their submission. You and Mother Irene saying just fry one meat and give to that man is like.
We not go talk second time.
Now that part we like, Mr. Elvis. Please
No,
express
Mr.
love to your
Elvis.
wife, all of you men.
that part.
Tell them you love them and practice the love. It's not just words, action.
No,
All
but,
right.
Thank
but
you.
Mr. Elvis, you know when somebody is giving you
Mr.
something,
Elvis,
you
make you
also
let
have
us
to
talk now.
give.
We never talk. They
You
don't
also
two
have
of them
to
don't dey
give
We
talk
are
them
since.
talking.
response.
I'm Black Panther. We
No,
are talking. We are
not two of
talking.
them, not two of them, because I've not been talking. It's Madanita that have been talking. I only throw just one word in. I've not been talking. Mr. Elvis, I'm not wrong. When somebody give you a love, you still give one back. Now I'm right, right? Uh-huh.
Okay. When somebody give you love, you give them back, right? When somebody give you fried meat, you give them fried meat back.
Mr. Elvis. All these things Mr.
Okay.
Elvis say he practices it. Oh, he does it. Oh, he just want to form like he doesn't do it. He even does
All right.
more safe. Mr. Elvis,
All
want to
right.
change topic quick now because you know what I'm
All
saying is
right.
the truth.
Well, let's do the second round quickly. Let me come all the way to Oga CM. You know, the way it is on the table. If Oga CM is still with us, Oga CM, what's your 2 minutes final say on this? Oga CM is not there. So
Who?
I'll just move.
Who do you call,
Okay.
please?
Oga Shimizi,
Huh?
was
Yes, I'm here.
final 2 minutes.
Okay, hi, Niger Watch. This to me is small. Thank you once again, Niger Watch. You see, I will ask women this question: will you prefer a man that will keep so many side chicks, or prefer a person that will marry second wife? Which one do you prefer? So many men will keep side chick, or the one that will just say boldly and pick one and say, okay, I want to marry this. I'll ask
Who are you
our
asking?
women here.
Ogachi Meze.
Who are
Our
you
women.
asking?
Ogachi Meze. Person wey go cheat, go cheat. No be that one. If you like marry 20, you go still cheat. Solomon marry 300, still 700, still get 300 people back. No use that side, I beg.
Okay. For what I know is I
Oga
still
Shimizi, remain 1 minute for your time.
stand where I am. My former my earlier submission I made. So for me, marrying two wives is better. Even if you have the power, marry more than that. Because this our women now, they are something else. Some of them, not let me say all, some of them are something else. Thank you, Niger. Let me stop with this.
Ogachi Meze, make I ask you one question.
No,
When you
you
marry
can't ask.
this, will it stop you from looking out for another woman?
Please. No, that question cannot go. Thank you. When it gets to your turn, you ask that question. Thank you. Oga CM, your 2 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. To conclude, what I can say, to me, this is still an open-ended question. There's no one answer fits all. Everything depends on choice. I am for polygamy if, based on some perspective I given before, the person willing, and then the woman is willing to come into a to be second or third or fourth wife. Why not? I am also for, if you can't be able to handle it, let it be. Some people are in polygamy marriage, they are happy. Some are one-on-one, yet na fire. Nobody is happy. So which one is better? If happiness is what you want. Some are in polygamy, they have only 2 kids. Some are in one-on-one, they have 10. Some may not have. So everything depends. For me, I do not so much, I'm not too prescriptive, but I always like to explain every situation and know which one suits you, you go in there. No one, to be honest with you, I don't believe in condemning one outright. Whatever you want to do. Yes, in the olden days, our fathers do polygamy. There are people that even 1920s, they married only one wife, even when others are marrying 2, 3. Even in 17th century, some may marry only one. Some may even marry more than that. 21st century, some are marrying 5. Some are still marrying 1. So it depends. Everything has to do with the situation you find yourself in and then the choice you want to make. In the end, marriage is a private
All
affair,
right.
according to Chinua Achebe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Odua, your 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Anyway, because I did not bring out the Timothy, I would have read it completely the way it was written. But it's written that a man, if you desire a position of a bishop, you must be of one wife, and to be respected by outsiders, you must be able to control your home. So that is the reason Paul gave that instruction, that if you want to desire a bishop, be of one wife, be of a reputable person, don't be longer throat for money, have a good character. So that is Mr. Labo for you to understand that first Timothy chapter 3. So for as a polygamy we are talking about, it is a decision making right from time it has been there. People make decision, but because they of that time, not this kind of Christianity preaching. You said I came to separate family of 5, 3 will be against 2. That is where today polygamy, everybody are afraid of themselves. But the Muslim people, because they preach their unity and love, that is where they can still go and call their friend to come and marry their husband, and they can tell their husband to marry their friend. But because of this, our fear, we don't know who is witch, we don't know who is wizard. We abandoned our father, abandoned our mother. We did not trust ourselves again. That is where today people are fighting against polygamy. Thank you, Mr. Jawosh.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Odua. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm just putting the women behind for now. I'll call them. Black Panther, your 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you, Naija. You can give me 3 minutes more, I beg. Thank you very much for bringing this topic. You see, I still stand on my last word, on my last submission I made, and I want to say here, when we are in a forum like this, we should try as much as possible to reduce this religiosity among us. We should speak to the truth, what is on ground. Before Christianity came, we have a religion on our own. Even the religion, the Christianity itself that came, some people are even using it to separate the people, divide the people more. So when we are in a forum, we should speak to the do's and don'ts. We should stay it as it is, trace it from antecedent and bring it down here. We cannot jerry pick. Even the single marriages are failing. They are failing porously. So when somebody say, "Oh, the men are greedy, they are selfish," look, we are created. Look, you know, the way we are created. The men was created. We hunt, and we see it, we go for it. And when we say here that when we come here to say, "Oh, it is very bad, polygamy is very bad," what about the single marriage? Is it not so bad? Because statistics is stating it very clearly now that most women want to live single. What are the reasons? So you cannot say the men are the cause of it. You have to balance the issue you are talking. When you keep on saying, you stress, when you are making an objective submission, you keep on stressing on one side. That is not a submission to me. You must balance the issue. You balance in such a way that they are not seeing you being myopic or looking at one perspective, that this perspective was the cause of the damages we are seeing in marriage in what we are seeing today. That is absolutely wrong, and I will never support that issue. The men have a blame, the women has a blame, but polygamy has been there before we came, and nobody can drive it away. We can only speak to that, but the authority is in the hands of the man. Like most of you say, this world is a man's world. Yes, it is. That is how God created it. And immediately a woman married a man, he submits his right to the man. Simple. Argue that out with me. So what we are saying is that it is your own right, your own place, so economical reason, and when you have your economic empowerment, if you feel it necessary, you can go, because it's our tradition, and God respected our own tradition. We knew God before the white people came. We knew God before they came. So when you start saying, "Oh, according to your religion," before your religion, what were you doing? This is a tradition. Let us put religion aside. It's a tradition. Before the Western tradition came, what were you? Don't you have a tradition? Why are you relegating your tradition and not take one man's own and uphold it? That is injustice to me. So on my submission, polygamy I stand with, because it's something that has economic benefit and has a lot of benefit. But if you don't have the economic empowerment, you don't go into it, because you're going to make a mess of it. Because many people are getting married where they don't even have a single marriage, they don't even have economic empowerment, they go into it, they make a mess of it. What are we talking about here? Thank you, Nigeria Watch.
Black Panther, you still they go church, you. but you still they go church.
You know if you bully me with Christianity, I beg.
I say,
That
but
is
you
a
still they go
personal
church.
issue.
You
That
don't
is a
believe in
personal
God, you still they
issue.
go. So you they go for
I
formality.
Why
I
are
dey
we
go,
saying
I dey do, I respect my tradition and I dey go church. It's
Why
not a
you they go
sin.
church?
Mr.
It's
Why
not
you
a
they go
sin.
church? You don't believe in the religion they brought for you, but you still
I dey
believe
go
they
church
go
to
church.
acquire. I dey go church to acquire wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
You know what
All
I
right,
see?
all
You know
right,
some
all
people
right,
okay, go ahead.
all
So
right,
make you know, I not be
all
religious
right.
fanatic, please.
Many men like
Thank
to
you.
mask tradition.
Thank you.
Like
Margarita,
to
the
mask
two
their greed
minutes
by using
started.
tradition.
You don't
It's
use
okay.
1
I'm
minute
not
for it.
gonna
I
talk.
remain 1 minute. Go ahead,
Okay, I'm just trying to
Margarita.
say that I have seen Black Panther submission, right? My brother's submission just now. I have seen it gazillion times in so many forums. Men like to mask their greed with tradition. They love it. They just love it. And this is what I'm talking about, the honesty part of it. The honesty part of it. Men love, they do this all the time. This last part of your paragraph, Black Panther, is what I have seen it day in, day out, in majority of the forum I've seen. They say
You will
it's a
continue to see it till Jesus come.
because you know what it is? They are masking their greed with tradition and say that's our tradition. People say, oh, men are polygamous by nature. Says who? Did the Bible say so? Okay, let me not even call the Bible now. Let me do what some people say, oh, that is a Christian perspective. In the religion where we have today, our culture, religion, the decisions that our forefathers has laid down. Are you telling me that in the 18th century, or let's just say in 1897 in Benin, do you know that what some of the practices, marriage practices, it has evolved and changed now? In Benin, I'm talking about. Yes, even how you bury the dead now, it has evolved over time. That's what Prince Alaba was saying when he said the times of our forefathers, it is not now. They didn't even know that we'll have something like the internet now. Many of them didn't know that these things will come. They didn't know that marriages, the idea of marriage today has changed. Some people, they've lived together for 20 years. They've not even done the traditional marriage. And I'm talking about Nigerians, so not common law right now. Things have evolved. So when you now mask and tradition, it is you mask your greed. You mask your intimidation and say it's tradition. That's not our tradition. That's not our tradition. Our tradition have put things in place to respect women, to revere
That is our
women.
tradition. Don't change it. It's our tradition.
But you guys will place it today, and
It's our tradition.
You know your submission, your first submission.
What are you telling me that is not our tradition?
The first submission is something you said, which I agree, but you are contradicting yourself. You said many men. I've actually wrote it down. He said many men manipulate God's purpose. Many men manipulate God's purpose. You see, all these our cultures and traditions is based on what our forefathers saw, and they put it out as this is what we should practice because it is good for us. However, do you know that now, do you know that the man can bring an STI because he has a side chick to his 10 wives?
Oh God, you don't bring disease again. STI to defend.
No, I am trying to tell you something. That listen,
tell me what? That's a medical advice, not from you.
Pros and cons in every choice that we make. That's my point. It's not about a man or a woman. There are pros and cons, and you cannot mask it by saying it is tradition. Let us break it down to the way.
Is the single marriage not failing? Is the single marriage not failing?
Let me tell you, polygamous
is it not failing?
For your information, in case you don't know.
Is the Muslim not successful in it?
Wait.
The Muslim, are they not successful? The Muslims,
let me give
yes.
you a low down, my brother. Wait. Don't talk about Muslim.
Okay, that one. You know, people give me any low down. I know many.
In a nutter woman's like any nutter person can call me. In a nutter woman, in all her life, she must have married 3 or 4 times.
They are successful. No matter what you say, they are successful.
Maybe you don't read the internet. Of what you hear.
Now internet can tell you anything. They are successful.
It's not. Listen, the younger wife has spied the senior son, you know, or vice versa, or one of them they poison because of jealousy. What are we talking about here? Let me tell you, because the Northerners are subservient and they're quiet, you have no clue what's going on.
See, that is why I say, women are becoming rebellious. That is it. It's rebellious. You cannot say, no matter what you say, I'll still continue to say it.
Adjective. I have never said that. Anybody said traditional marriage is bad, but you made that
Madarita, I want to ask you a question before you round up.
I would not practice it.
Madarita, let me ask a question
if it's good
before you round up.
Ask me the question, sir.
Thank you. Since the northern women which married to four, that is where the problem. Now, why the certain women, why certain men who married to one wife, the woman will still make your husband blind? If we put something in her husband's food, because he want to collect property.
No, she will say that now. That woman no go talk that side. No, dey for in statistics.
It will make the
Can
husband
you people
become
allow her
mumu.
to finish?
my
Somebody
God.
here that have not speak.
I just tired. Since I've been speaking, it's like I'm being attacked. Like Black Panther especially. And
You have been myopic and one-sided, my woman. You have been myopic.
No.
Have been myopic.
Black Panther, you cannot say that. You have to respect our opinion.
That is it.
When I was speaking, was I not balancing
Everybody
it?
must not go your way. Everybody must not go your way. So that is our opinion.
But I refinance. When you were submitting, did you single-handed one man?
All right, Black Panther. Thank you.
How can it be subjective and be clamoring on one man?
I have not
I see things differently. She sees things differently. You have to respect it.
I respect it, but she's not myopic.
Okay.
You should look at it as statement.
You are the one that's being myopic.
But that is disrespectful. You can't say her feelings and her reasoning is myopic. You can't say that.
Please don't say that again.
All right. Okay.
Now she enter the STDs, human disease. Is that a defense? Is that a defense? Is that a defense?
They have been
Can I promote two of them and give my submission?
All right. Thank you, Madam Rita.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
All right, Madam Iris Finance, you have to hold on. You are the last person. Mr. Alabo, your 2 minutes, final.
I beg, Mr. Elvis, I will beg you if it is only 3 minutes. I have a lot to break down. I beg, just pass.
Go ahead. You are already wasted the 2 minutes.
Let me start with Mr. Odua. When we are reading Bible, let us not just look for one verse and read. Bible is deep. Read and understand what the Bible is talking about. When you talk about the advice of Paul to the bishop, because as a bishop, you are a representative of a Christ. You have to be Christ-like. Paul is talking about looking at it. So look at the spiritual aspect where he's advising. You cannot be serving two masters. That is why he's using that example of marrying one wife, because you are a representative of Christ. If you begin to take in two wives, it's like serving two gods. So that is a problem. So when you read Bible, you understand. If you go further, you will understand what Paul was advising. Because you are the high, they are seeing as Christ. You have to be an example of that. So coming to that, let me go deeper now on the issue. When we're looking at these things, I've said earlier, where do you belong? You cannot say you are a Christian, you are herbalist. You should have one choice. That's the problem we are having. We are making mistake bringing in lust in place of marriage. Lust is a different thing from reality. So someone who is always hungry, anything he sees in skate, he will jump in. It's a problem of you. That is the discipline aspect of it. You have to discipline yourself. So if you are struggling with that, don't come and put it to as a traditionalist. So it is right for me to sleep around. Everything I see, I must jump in because I am a man. No. On the process of doing those things, there are disadvantages. Then one thing I want to go deep into today, I'm advising every couple before, I've said it before, if you want to marry, look at the place you are going in, because it's a long time something. It's a union. Look at the character of the person you want to marry deeply before you venture into it. We have the statistics have it today that, let's go to medical aspect. When a woman is taken in, which children that survive most are the women. The men don't stand those form of attack. Today, when you go to hospital, how many people they born today? Women are more than men. Who are those people dying in war? It's men. Who are those people committing banditry and all those things? It's men. We are having more women coming in, and more are coming in. So any husband you have, manage your marriage. Hold it tight, because more women are coming and men are few, and men are still dying for crime. Men are still dying as a child. So people who die as young and die when they give birth are more of men. So any woman should learn to manage their husband very well. Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Please, Niger Watch, just few seconds, please. but I want to give. Okay, yeah. Mr. Alabo, he says something that you go and look for a better place to marry and a good character. What of if you marry that you know that person as a good character of person, then at a point on the road she just change.
Mr. Chimeze, that is the thing we are not patient enough to look at. What changes your wife that you know? Then ask yourself question. Then see how you can explore those weakness, the things that, and see how you can improve and do something. Most men don't pay attention when women change. You don't pay attention. Something is happening. Something is going wrong. How many men have time engaging with their wife? How many of them have time having good conversation with women? Women need attention. They just need you sometimes, somebody to talk to. So when they don't find a man like that, they go through a lot.
Excuse me, do men don't need attention? It's only women that need attention.
How do you
all right,
with your
all
wife?
right,
Do you
all right,
give your
all
wife
right.
a room to even give you that attention?
Thank you. Before I call on Madam Iris Finest, I would like to respond to you, Mr. Chimize, by saying that you need to check the kind of a woman you're marrying for the first place and all that. Unfortunately, a lot of men did a proper research, a proper research, but at the end of the day, it still turned out sour. Yes, just like men who lives abroad coming to Nigeria to marry a woman, and this woman become a better woman and all that. But immediately you bring them to abroad, after a while, they change to a vampire. So, to be honest, just pray not to end up with a pretentious wife or a husband. Just like a man, for example, who can pretend forever just to have a woman. Or immediately they have what they want, then they bring out their satanic character. So the proper research is vital, but in most cases, you might not get the result that you're actually looking for, except you have a supernatural eyes to see what you are married to. But meanwhile, let's hear from Mother Iris Finance. She's the last person on the panel. Let's round up. Mother Iris Finance, talk to us, man.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. To respond to the question Madam Rita asked all the panelists before, if we allow our daughters or princesses into a polygamy, I wouldn't allow that, but the issue here is I will make her to see the danger of it, the reason. I will try to give my reason why I wouldn't allow her to get into such a thing. But if he insists, because we are in a generation where it's no longer like our time or the time before us, where parents have that upper hand to really like decide, this is what I want you to do, you must do it like this. We are no longer in that time. But I'll try as much as I can not to support it. But if she wants to go into it, yeah, you can go ahead. That is why divorce is there. If you go in there and try and test, if it's something that she see that, oh, my mom was right or my dad was right, she know the next decision to take. Then generally, I would like to say polygamy, like I said, just do you, do what works for you. Don't go and look another person and jump into something you cannot handle. Like I said earlier, polygamy is not for the fainted heart, both for men and women, but especially when it comes to man. I said before, an authoritarian man there are people that polygamy are made for, not men that can't even stand their own breath, But for this generation, I think it will be a bit difficult because like the video Mr. Naija used to open this program today, you can see that man was mainly hitting on a man as the head, as the man that will be provider, that will be responsible for everything. Aside when he was talking about if we are living in the West, how we can cooperate and coexist together. But when it comes to Africa, if we are talking about Africa now, because many men here have hitted on it based on Africa tradition. What many polygamous cannot even really work now in this generation, polygamy is bound to work more for the rich, because now you see most of our boys growing now, They are the one coming to ask a woman, what are you bringing to the table? This is the thing that our forefathers and some of our ancestors were not, they were not asking, what will a woman bring to the table? Because now many men seems to not be looking up to a woman that we support in the marriage, that we assist economically and everything. So you don't expect to be in a marriage where you are collaborating both financially and otherwise. And at the end of the day, a man wants to come and bring in a woman to come and enjoy that your money that you have used to build that place, because at least anyhow we want to see it, whether we like it or not, a first wife have built with that man to an extent. The second wife is not coming to suffer what the first wife suffered when he's coming. At least he have come to meet, is coming to meet a place that is at least like 50% or 60% prepared. So that is the reason why the first wife must be bitter. Even if it's a woman that we accept it, like I said earlier, me, I will not accept it as a person. I cannot accept it. So he said, if I have worked with the man already, we have worked and make that money together, you want to come in to enjoy it, I will try as much as I can to make it miserable for you not to stay. But if you insist, I say that maybe you are the Jezebel or the serpent herself, you are ready to stay or even take my head from it, I will have to leave, because I will not tolerate it. So we need to know all these things, and we need to, like I said before, we need to assess the risk, assess the advantage, and most important, we don't have to go denigrating our women in the name of tradition. Because one thing I realize about our men when we are talking about this tradition thing, we seem to accept it because naturally African tradition favors men. That is why you see they always refer it to we are in a mass world. Because I can bet you, if it's a tradition that doesn't favor us, favor the men, by now most men will be advocating for something to change or for something. They stand by it because it favors them. So all I'm saying is that let's try and make sure we respect our marriages as much as we can. We respect each other, because everybody deserves respect, most importantly. And that is why many marriages are tearing apart. We have to respect our marriages and see how we can make it work. But if you feel polygamous is good for you, go ahead and do it. But me, I will not take it. Thank you.
What of Naja Daniel?
All right. Thank you, Gashimizi. Thank you very much. Okay, let me say this. Everyone give you their submission. I'd like to end the broadcast by saying this. I would like to, I'm coming to Mother Rita because you commented something on the comment section. I need to address that. But let me start with you, Mother Iris Finance, by saying that African tradition favors men more than women. You know, I agree on that, but I still strongly believe that it not depend on individualisms. A man who believes in having two wives, it doesn't have anything to do with African tradition, you know. And if, for example, your first wife or your only wife, you are getting everything you want from her, there's no reason for you to engage in two wives because there's nothing there, you know. But in postmodernism now, especially now in Nigeria, in abroad it's still a little bit okay, but not holistically. But in Nigeria, it's terrible. Most men just want to have different kind of women for the having sake. If you meet them one-on-one, asking them why they have different kind of women, why they are married more than one wife, they don't have significant or important reason. They just want to do it for stupid fun by having more than one wife. For me, Africa tradition or not African tradition, you having a wife, I think the respect should be reciprocated, or rather should be consensual. If your wife respects you, you have to respect her. You know, because at the end of the day, I notice so many men now, and many of us have gone with that same mentality abroad to suppress, you know, and oppress the woman we have at home as a wife. When they speak, you shut them up just because of that, you know, that high blood pressure running through us as men. I believe that is very, very wrong. You know, marrying more than one wife, for me particularly, I don't support it at all. And I would let you know why. You that support it, that's fine. Me, particularly, I don't ever pray to engage on it. By God's grace, is not my thing. But divorcing your first wife for any reason best known to you that is not suitable, either for you, for your health, or for anything, and remarrying another woman, that's fine. I support that. But keeping the two women at the same time, you have one in the north and you have another one in the south, is not me at all. I am very fragile when it comes to life. I don't want to share myself left and right and all that in the name of having more than one wife. It doesn't make no sense. But Mother Rita, you said something. You said, let me look for it quickly. Because I saw it right now. Ah, okay. I'll put on the screen. You said, may ask yourselves, are you qualified for a woman to be submissive to you? On that one, Madam Rita, I disagree with you. You know, a submissive woman should be a submissive woman. It's not about qualification and all that. Why did you accept his proposal, you know, for you to become his wife from the first place? I believe you guys dated. If you did not date each other, if you did not date each other from beginning, or maybe now your pastor just points say, una two must marry by fire by force, that's fine. But if you were together, you should know that respecting and being submissive to a man is very, very important. Because for me, I don't believe this condition, if a man is qualified, like I engaged in the same similar conversation with someone in Nigeria where women were saying, if in fact, it was actually at the gym where some women were saying a man that is spending, obviously a woman will be submissive. That one is something I kicked against. Because if you are spending for a woman today and she's being submissive, God forbid anything happen to your finances tomorrow, the same woman will become hostile in the house. So a man shouldn't qualify for being submissive or anything. If you know it doesn't qualify anymore for the same man that you used to submit to, then end it and end the marriage and look for another man. That's what I believe on. In case you want to quickly respond to that, you
I
have
would like
just
to
30
respond.
seconds.
Yes, I would like to
30
respond.
seconds.
When I asked that question, and you see the reason why, sometimes, like what Black Panther says, and maybe my submission is kind of like one-sided towards men. Um, a lot of men, a lot of men need help. What do they need help in? Communication, what it is to be a man, what it is to be in a relationship with a woman or women, if the case may be, as the case may be. That's why I said, ask yourself honestly. There's a lot of damaged men here. Now, when I talk about qualification, I'm not saying, okay, there's some sort of a pedestal or something written that a man will follow. Then the woman will say, okay, tick, 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 he has qualified, so I will submit to him now. No, a woman naturally is giving. A woman naturally will submit to something that magnets her to submit to naturally. Ask yourself as a man, if you want to compare your forefathers, are you taking care of what you should take care of as a man in the home? Are you showing love and respect?
All right.
Are you showing dedication? Are you showing?
Najaosh, can I say something? Can I say something?
Interest?
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
speaking.
no.
Are you showing interest in?
You said we can say something now.
This woman's idea. I'm responding to the statement, Black Panther. Please, can I finish? Thank you. Those are see, there's a plethora of things. That's why I said, men, honestly, ask yourself, if you have one girlfriend, two girlfriends, three, and they're all living, ask yourself,
Okay.
what is wrong with me? That is where I'm coming from, Mr. Elvis. What is
Okay.
that
All
you
right.
have anger issues, you don't have
Um,
women.
All
Those
right.
are the things I'm talking about.
Okay, Mother Rita, thank you.
Being
I'll got
submissive is
CM.
very
You
easy.
wanted to
Yes. And Niger watch like what this issue of the way the debate is going. Everything is choice. Personally, if I'm to choose, I'm not polygamous, but whoever is taking it, I'm not against it. I gave conditions. Why? Some people may like to go to it. Women, even these days, they want to they want to go into a man, say, I want to be second, third, or fourth wife. I've seen women saying it,
Yeah, of
advertising,
course.
even begging.
That's
That is
definitely.
one. That is one. But do you know one thing? What we forgot in terms of this submissive or not? You see, marriage is an institution rooted in culture. Because why I say culture is that if I conduct marriage in Bini tradition and then you go to maybe Kanuri, you see difference. You conduct in Igbo, go to Bini, there must be a slight difference. Because it's culture. But in our own culture as Igbo, Chimezie is here. Naturally, the moment a woman in Igbo culture agrees to marry a man, what it means is that she has agreed to be submissive. And this is how she demonstrates it. It's not secret. The day they are going to do the traditional marriage, you, the man, will come with your people, not just your immediate family, maybe extended family, call it woman. The woman the same. You will come with a wine, palm wine.
Yes.
They will come with their own. Those two wine, they mix them together.
Yes,
Mix them in a big jar. Just
postmodernism
one
have
moment.
changed now,
No, I'm coming. They mix them in a jar. The father of the girl will carry the wine to ask the people, say, is it not? So they say, yes, continue, we are with you. He said, this lady, go and give us, my daughter, go and show the world the man you say you will be under. The moment the girl finds the man, goes to the man, he will kneel down before the entire world.
Okay.
That is submissive. In Igbo culture, you must do that. So the moment you do it, whether you now come to bedroom, they challenge the man, all those ones no matter, because people are known that you want to be submissive. That's why you kneel down before the whole world to give a wine to your man. Simple.
Okay. Can we do the part two? Can we do the part two of this thing next Sunday? Because there is still a lot to. Because what me I was saying yesterday that brought this topic, we didn't even touch it at all. We still have to touch that thing. I say I know they check phone. I know they monitor man. And I say I not believe me. Make we talk next Sunday.
Wait. Then the next one, the next aspect. If anybody said, so please, okay, let me round up on this. If anybody says he do not support polygamy, because I am coming with an open mind, there may be a reason, but they are not highlighting it. Have we forgotten that in a polygamous home, the moment the man died, the children of different wives, they know they unite. Come and see kata fight. Most men don't like it over their estate, because if you marry one wife, the moment you are no more, your wife knows saying that 3 boys or 3, 4, this thing, everybody go just, no matter how I disagree, you will stay because now one woman. But the moment you get 1, 2, 3 wives, because of that motorcycle where the man get, this one can go and poison the children of the other one to make sure saying that children inherit them. He did. So there are so many things to eat.
Thank you. I think we need to extensively go on to that particular statement you just made right now, that immediately the man dies. I want to ask a question: why must men die before women all the time? We need to address that one. One of the Sunday. Yes, it's a big topic. To be honest, it's a big topic. I hope I don't. Hold on. I'm not asking now, please. I said he needs to be on topic. You understand?
I don't answer that. That's stress.
Yes, because it's not a good thing after all that we have suffered, labored for. A man will die, one woman will not be taking stupid decision on your behalf. We will address that. I need a proper topic on that. And Mother Iris Finance also said we need to continue or a second part of this particular topic on next Sunday over other parts again. But meanwhile, Black Panther, quickly, 30 seconds.
You see, I just go straight. You see the message Madam Rita passed out there, that message is not fair. Because if you're arguing things out, you are educating people. You have to make your discussion be balanced. You speak of one side, you don't speak of the other side. That message you just speak now, a lot of people they'll be against you. Even the intellectuals, they'll be against you. That is not right. So what are you trying to defend? Do you are trying to discourage our culture or what?
I'm here to educate. I'm not looking for.
If you want to change the culture, you go ahead to change it. Don't sit in one place and start saying the culture favor the men. That's wrong.
But it does. Is it a lie?
That's wrong. It's the culture.
It's a lie. It favors the men.
All over the world, all over the world is the same thing.
This is the honesty that is lacking here. This is the honesty I keep saying.
You go and change the culture of England and change the culture of Norway before you start talking
about this polygamy issue.
All right, Lapata, thank you. Okay, Madam Rita, thank you. Gashimizi, you talked already. Please, let's just stop it. We can continue next Sunday, by God's grace, with this topic. I just hope you see the way. I really appreciate everybody who came in today because this is educative submission. I hope that we turn up that same Sunday so that we can learn from each other. But before that, I would like to go to what the statement that Oga CM mentioned, which I would like to quickly respond to. You know, Oga CM, I want to let you know that today, this will not be like yesterday or a week ago or a month ago or a year ago. Today, I actually spoke to an Igbo girl. You know, we were talking, we found ourselves somewhere, in a group talk, but one particular girl said, cheating now, although in Nigeria, that men cheat stupidly, which women can easily find out why they cheat. But according to her, she said women now cheat more, but there's no way you can ever call them cheating anymore, including married women now. Is rampant.
Is it from a woman?
Yeah, from a woman, yes.
You cannot see it. You cannot see it now.
She's able from Imo State, So she said, women cheat more now. That 90% of all our friends are married women. That they all cheat almost every day, but their husband.
That is wrong. You cannot be saying all. You can say more or most. You can't just categorize everybody and put in one basket.
No, I think it's more. He said more.
No, that's not what he said. I'm only telling Nigeria that the person is wrong. Say women. When you are saying women, you are not using the English most or some. You are definitely saying all.
No, she didn't use the word all. She said women more than men now. And they can never be caught. That was her statement. I can't change her statement. That they can never be caught. That she have 90% of married women and they cheat every day, and their husband can never have no clue. But when a man cheats, only one. And then she went on by saying, now, and I said, how? Can you educate me more? She now went on by saying, now, if man want cheat, if the man go hotel, either you off your phone, not big phone, or you go to misbehave. No, you don't already know. But a woman can be cheating and her husband called, you still don't know. I was shocked. This is today. Like, I was like, wow, because I already know what I'm discussing today. So I brought the topic out where I went to. I was like, wow, for real? You say yes. Women now cheat more in Nigeria, and it's pathetic. So to be honest, the tradition of the thing that Madam Rita also talked about, the tradition favors men more and all that. We still need to have another topic to ask a question. This tradition of a thing, is this thing effective? How it's supposed to be compared to how it used to be in the past, because a lot of things are going on now that is crazy, and I don't know why. We need to talk about this whole thing.
Tradition is more effective.
No, I don't believe that. It's not.
No, tradition
we'll explain it now.
It
is broken because the women rebel against it.
No. I disagree.
No, don't say women rebel against it. Tradition is broken.
Didn't you hear what Mother Rita said?
No, leave that alone, please. You are arguing one personal.
It's broken. It's not about women rebelling about it. It's broken because even the way most men, they normal some tradition they used to do with the villages now, even like before, it's no longer the way they do it before. So now women that handle tradition in the village.
Yes, tradition, my brother Blapata, is not that effective anymore. And I have more to say on that when it gets to that time. To be honest, if you are lucky to have a good wife now, you guys just live a good life, a happy life, and put tradition first aside. When it comes to the tradition, don't you know, if if we have to actually go in that area, a lot of men are being intoxicated by this traditionalism of a thing, by using it to suppress and oppress their wife at home, which is very, very wrong. There are some things that your wife wants you to do for them at home because of this kind of, I don't want to call it satanic traditionalism, because for me, I grew up to get to understand that traditionalism is a big problem in so many marriages now. I'm sorry to say this because I will offend so many people. It is because there are some things you need to do. For me, particularly, all my children, I changed their pampers. I've never called my wife to say, my child pooed, go and change her, go and change him. I do it by myself and all that. There was a day I was actually coming to Nigeria. This was 10 years ago. My daughter pulled and I have to put her top of the freezer and I changed her and everything, but I was surprised. I went to the UK recently and, because there was a video of that and everything, they were using it to laugh at me and all that, oh, daddy, you did this, you did that and all that. For me, this is my child. This is my children. These are my
Mr.
blood.
Najawash.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Please don't cut my trade. These are my children. The thing of traditionalism, I respect it a lot, but sometimes there are some things you need to do for your children. You'll be waiting for your wife to go do it because you are the man of the house. I call it satanism. This is your child. This is your blood. Whatever I want to do for my child, I shouldn't carry my wife along. There's no need. Your child needs food. Go and get the food from the fridge and warm the food in the fridge on the microwave for your child. Now you calling your wife say this child is hungry, go make food for him. It means that it doesn't make no sense. I don't know if I'm right. It doesn't make no sense calling your wife when your child came to you that, daddy, I'm hungry. You not call your wife, this child, according to our language, go and make food for her or him. You see, this tradition of a thing becomes so intoxicating to a lot of men, which we should see it in a way that your child is your child, is not about your wife. If your wife is not trying to suppress you or oppress you or disrespect you in the house in other way as a wife, fine, that one makes sense. But when it comes to the child, these are the only area I'm talking about. Mr. Odua, quickly say what you want to say.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Najawash, when people are doing such thing, if they don't want to take care of their children or do that, it's not tradition. Please, people should not be mistaking bad behavior with
Thank
tradition.
you, Mr. Odua. Thank you very much.
My father take care of his mother's children. My father, I'm supposed to be grandchild of my father or great grandchild. So you have to understand how old was my father. He take care of all his mother children. He take care of extended family. So it is bad behavior, sir. Those are bad behavior, not tradition that make them not to do so.
Mr. Odua, a lot of men hide inside this area because they believe, say, if they do some certain things for their children, is a letdown as a man. It's just like a man, for example, who finished eating, right? Who finished it? Your wife served you food. And when you finish that food, your wife is not there in the living room anymore. You have to call her all the way from from upstairs or wherever she was or is to come take the plate out of there. That's satanism. That's satanism.
No, Najawash, look at it from this angle. If a chief, a high chief, finish eating, is expected. You can't expect a high chief to go and carry a plate, go for kitchen.
It may go to way for one.
No. But if it is me,
if Tinubu is finished, go carry plate go kitchen. Tinubu is finished, go carry plate go kitchen. Sir, why the government? Why do they have what they call assistants and these things? Why?
Is your wife your assistant? Is your wife your slave? You finish your food and your wife is not there in the living room. You call them all the way, say, "Me can't carry this plate." That's satanism. It doesn't make no sense.
See, Najawash, she no fit bust this thing out. Look at how it works. See, if your wife is not available, you can do that. But
that's what I'm saying. If your wife is not there, why can't you do it yourself? If your wife is right there with you, you don't even need to remind her. If she's a good wife, she will do it by herself. I'm saying if she's not there, do you know, Black Panther, that some men will leave that plate on the table, even though your wife went to jog, until she returned back from jogging, she'll come and take that plate from that table. That's it.
That is
We should not put
laziness.
it as tradition. We should not put it as tradition. We should not be using, because you say whether you will call it satanic tradition. We should use bad behavior than regarding it as tradition. See,
Mr. Elvis,
bad behavior is not a tradition, so we should not put it that way.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me say something.
This what you are saying. These are one of the things I'm saying.
Let me say this,
Madam Rita, that's not one of the things you are saying.
Let me say this quickly. Let me say something that I reintroduced, even though I introduced it before in our house. But when I got to the UK recently, in June, I have to reintroduce it. And after reintroducing it, I set an example by myself. I noticed that we were paying more money, for water because of using what's it called, dishwasher. So I said, okay, my children, you are not familiar with.
Nami the wash plate.
Hold on, sir. God bless you. Just hold on.
Money.
Hold on, sir. Just hold on. Let me finish this. Hold on. And I noticed that because as I'm in Nigeria, I pay a lot of bills in Nigeria the same way I pay for UK. It's too much for me. If I have to tell you the amount I pay every 30 days, you will pity for me. But I'm not complaining. And I said, okay, apart from paying this is not just the issue, even though it's also an issue, but I noticed that you guys are relying so much on this dishwashing of a thing. 2 plates go dirty, you put them for inside dishwashing, you on them. Spoon go dirty, you put them for inside dishwashing, you on them. And I carry sellotape. I unplug the dishwasher, and then I carry sellotape to sellotape everything as I go. So, and I say, everybody who eats, wash your own plate. And I start with it. I eat my food, I go wash them. Right? Then go reach my last born, eat, you go wash them. My wife, eat your food, you wash them. My wife eat, you leave them for kitchen. My children called her out. Then me, there was a day I was going for a jogging with my wife. We have to quickly run more, because I do road jogging with my wife. In case you're not the doing any man listening to me, it's the best way to communicate. During the time of jogging, una two the G's they go. There are things that So then we went to jog. I ate cornflakes in the morning. Do you remember? Guess what, people? My children keep the plate wait for me. As I come back, they say, "Hey, welcome, daddy, welcome, daddy. Daddy, you break the rules. You know,
correct children."
Yes, they call me out. They say, "Daddy, you break the rule. You not watch your plate." I say, I'm not vest. Vest now they forget. They say, "Hey, now so we go forget. You and mommy will be shouting. You don't forget now." And I say, "Okay, no problem. I wash them." I trained my children to understand that washing plate was part of our upbringing, and it doesn't mean nothing. Till tomorrow, it doesn't mean anything. All those useless men who believe, say you be Oduga, you be stupid, high chief. May high chief buy you there. Both the person will give you the high chief and you will be high chief. All of you are useless for not supporting your wife or your children. You are useless on earth and on in heaven. Simple.
Please, my own is that they brought a bill for water one day. Now check. See, say, go wash plate, then go open tap. You know, if our tap plate with the go stream fetch water, you then go open tap. The thing go they run. Now I can't notice say that from here. So I can't tell them, say, look, whether it's their house, I know their house. If you wanna eat, keep plate for me. Now me get plate to wash for house. They were shocked. I say, now me go the wash plate. They don't know the reason. Do you know that plate will go full table? By the time I boil water, put for bowl, put washing liquid, put on there, soak them for about 5-6 minutes, 10 minutes, I come back. I don't wash them. In the end, I don't go use water like this bottle.
I don't. Bill whether they carry they give us now water bill
for UK. For UK. So this,
don't forget.
See this bottle. This
Just
bottle,
forget.
highest twice. I don't wash it, rinse everything, keep.
So
Now,
to be honest, my
drop. I say yes.
Now
So
that was
you wash plate.
you see that dishwasher you're talking about. I have no dishwasher. We never use it one day. We never put plate or spoon. All my children, they all wash. Everybody wash their plates. We never would one day use that thing to wash plates. We use our hand. So there's no point.
To be honest, let me say this. The reason why I frowned, I raised my voice when it comes to, I don't know who mentioned high chief. May God punish many of them. Now, the problem we have today, now all those high chief want to go mention, so now they just triggered my anger. They are the biggest problem. They are very corrupt. They are very useless with capital letter. They are the biggest problem we are facing today in our community. Go and do your findings. So don't mention high chief when we are discussing better issues. Don't mention they are just like all those stupid high chief or Mede, all those stupid high chief with the Netherlands. Those are disgraceful high chief. I mentioned that name right now. Don't mention those people. High chief where? They are the problem we have in Nigeria.
God, not just only problem to the society. God will bless you for this thing that you are saying, because you say that this thing have, like Mr. Dowa, I will counter you on that we should not say it's tradition or for bad character, because when we are saying that, let me speak for myself. I've heard some of our Edo men saying that thing, that I will not do this thing like this. You say, why? Say, because I'm a traditional man. Many of them have been saying it, and not just affecting the society. Do you know they have equally driven some of our women away from marrying Edo men? Because there are some things you can't just cope with. When a man hides under tradition to maltreat you, to diminish you, to ridicule you, it's not everybody that can take it. So it's a very severe situation where some people hide under this so-called tradition to be doing some certain things. It's appalling. Okay. I applaud you, Mr. Ivis. God bless you for saying it, because you're a man. If it's weird that he's saying it now, because some of them hide it. Now no one marry Benima because now want to they flirt. Now want go marry tribe where they're not the forbidden. Now want flirt. Now make no one marry a doman. That is what many of them are saying. It's not true. It's not because they want to flirt.
Thank you, Madam Harris Finance. Some of you on the comment section are begging for this to happen every Sunday. I pray, because say politics. Once politics don't come, we don't forget ourselves again. But I just hope we can. But next week Sunday, I certainly will continue from where we stopped again. I want to say this again. For me, I'm happy with my home. I don't know about you when they listen to me today. And if you know you are not happy, ask yourself why. You say your wife should respect you. Do you respect her as well? It's a question, right? Remember, some of the satanic people that created this traditionalism or this culture of a thing, they don't die tele before our grandfather, the way they born them. Now, you and I, we young, we can't carry those things put for our head till they suppress and oppress our wife or house. I not support that at all. Never. You and your wife should understand yourselves and make things right. Do you know that my children call me more than 10 times, 20 times daily? I not say every 2 days, daily. And what they are calling me for is not always that I miss you. For complain and matter whether they settle. Be like saying a court now with day. Either who do something, me or the settle around from Nigeria. This one do something, this one not doing well, this one do the other one, this one not well, the other one break rules, the other one not break rules. Do you also know that my wife cannot suppress my children? Do you know why? Because how would you bring them up? They know, say there's rules in the house that everybody must follow. Do you also know that me, the father, cannot suppress my children? They will go meet their mama. No, daddy, I've broken the rules. That's the best way to have a wonderful family and bring up your own children. All those kind of satanic kind of laid-back ego that many of us men carries. Your wife, now they talk about here, oppressing your wife in the name of say you be a traditional ruler, or you be a high stupid chief. Unfortunately, I don't have regard for them anymore. Not because of this marital issue. I have my reason why I don't have regard for them anymore. I lost regard for them years ago when I was fighting land grabbing in Edo State. I lost a lot of respect for many of them. because I know how they were taking bribes left and right, hiding under the Uguakpata. I don't know what they call it. Mr. Oduwa can help me on that. Uguakpata, in the name of high chief. Many of them are 90% of high chief are all useless. Read my lips. Screenshot this one. Call them. Any one of them who question me, tell me the name. I will insult them publicly. They are useless. So if you are a man, just respect yourself as a man. Not bring high chief into it. That the only thing that triggered me. Now somebody will might share the word high chief. High chief, how? Wait, do we still have respect for the high chief? Do they have respect for themselves? Or are you not aware what is happening? Because we don't want to break the table. If he comes to one of the Sunday, the table will be broken, pata pata. Then you will understand what we are talking about, where our angers are coming from. Respect your wife, respect your husband, and respect your children as well. And live your own life for the time we God want me to live for this earth. Then you go. Talk less or say they say, our forefathers say, so will they do them. Do what? The forefather we talking still day life. The forefather we talking don't go. He don't create your year rules. He don't come out. You, the user, the oppressed woman in this post-modernism. It doesn't make no sense to me. I appreciate every one of you today for every submission to date. It means a lot for every one of us. Because I was listening to everybody. I was on the backstage because I like to learn as well. But I want to. Yes, sir. I'm rounding up now. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Augustine, I sent you a message yesterday. You don't see the message.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Put on for this thing for private chat.
Tomorrow,
okay.
I think we can meet tomorrow. Maybe I don't.
Okay, make I put them.
Please give me 10 seconds to ask Madam. To beg Madam Irene Finest. Irene Finest, please let me use you as ambassador. They tell women, say, if they meet a man way good, make them treasure him. Forget about all these things we are talking, because I know the type of person I am. Some men are really down to earth to respect their wife, but women go to override them because of say they do Ebola.
No, we have lots of useless women. You are right on that. Yeah, that take advantage of good men. Yes, if you are one, that's one of the things that my brother Black Panther was fighting against.
Of course, I agree with you, Dr. CM. I'm not against that.
Yes,
it's true.
But when I will not understand Black Panther, that's what he was fighting against. There are so many women
that's not what Black Panther was fighting against.
That was what I was fighting against. Balance this both sides.
You were fighting against, but we were calling women rebellious. We're calling us names.
Yes, that's the best word I'm using for it in terms of academic.
Both ways. A lot of men they miss good women because of their greed and
yes. Well, what about women that take advantage of
I totally agree as well.
Of child care.
Jezebels
UK because of small change government they give. They say
life no balance. Let me tell you something. It's poverty of the mind that will make
Let me say this.
Want to divorce a man because we are getting money from
Margarita.
Yes, sir.
Margarita, do you know that the statement from Augustine, we also need to have a Sunday for it? I have a lot to say on that. Women when they carry man go child support. In case you don't know, any woman will carry man go child support. You are not there to unite father and child. You are there for your satanic selfish interest. We need to address this as well. A lot to address. We can't address all of them. We're already 4 hours. A day that we're supposed to do it for just 2 hours. I know this particular topic is a broad topic. We need to do it. Next Sunday, we'll continue from where we stop.
According to Ijedima, we dedicate Sunday to family matter, to be honest with you. Yes.
Exactly. Let's dedicate Sunday to it. Yes. But I know I made the long like this. Make me not come be on the loose side.
He go the long, you know, if you escape from her, because when they drag matter go left, they can't come right. He must long now.
No, 4 hours. 2 hours is fine, my brother, because remember, say supposed to be my old day. Now, don't capture him now.
Now you trap yourself now. Wait till be atalakpa there. After they talk, say man do this, man do that, and every year women. Not they talk now.
Okay, no. Listen,
you can't be dragging everything.
This for me, my submission is not to protect women. I'm just saying it how it is supposed to be. support your. It's just like how many men can take the dirty clothes and put it in a washing machine, put soap, washing powder and everything and on it. How many men? They will not do this thing now. They think, okay, no, your year forefather tell you say now only woman will do this thing. We have a long way to go. Many men are the architect of their own destruction of their home. You understand? It's the truth.
Naija wash.
So
like me, I dey wash plate, I dey wash plate, I dey wash cloth. Nobody go there use that washing machine when I know there. In short, if you know what I dey do, you go run.
I am wicked. Thank God it's coming from a man. Thank God it's coming from a man.
No,
Madam Rita, na express road dey pass. No dey talk say this thing.
What do you mean?
Okay, Black
You're passing express. Where are you passing? Local?
Hold on. If somebody's talking, Mr. Mr. Oduwa, quickly, I want to press the button.
My father do fry gari. So if my old father can fry gari, so people should not use that tradition. My father supposed to be the priest of Ezela in Anye village. So my lineage is no out of tradition. I'm from Obanikwe, Nejedu. So when we say tradition, or we should take where people are rubbishing, have stupid character, they should not classify it as a tradition. That is what I'm saying. People should not be saying it's because of tradition. No.
Thank you, Mr. Oduwa. People are masking their wickedness with tradition. That's my point. That is my point. They will tell you it's our tradition.
Madam Rita, that was not your point. You were on the express road.
And they use tradition to mask it. And you all know I'm saying the truth. Black Panther, you know I'm saying the truth.
Okay.
It's very
All
well.
right. All right. Quickly. The time we take call Mr. Elvis, you don't reach 10 seconds.
It's okay. I beg, a lot of us Africans, I beg, would they make this mistake, this man something? Some people don't travel, come this UK, they come beat their wife. You don't put them for serious trouble. I beg, more could drop and down. Things have changed. This is a new generation. It's not what we used to see in our forefathers' time that is happening today. We should begin to think that things have changed and begin to adjust to the changes. Thank you.
Naija wash, I beg, go rest before we hear more of this.
Adjusting or no, okay, everybody just mute. Now let me say this. Adjusting or not adjusting, if you are lucky to have a good husband, a good wife, please work so hard to keep each other's.
Simple. God bless you, sir.
I don't really believe on things how it used to be or change. It's just about two of you how you are managing your home. It's very, very important. I understand everybody they quarrel. Yes, quarrel they happen for every home. Don't let anybody tell you say your home now be perfect, you know. Quarrel they happen. But listen, being a man, even in that process of quarrel, your wife will never want to lose you. Your husband will never want to lose you as a wife. You know why? Because how you handled it. If you are one of the person that you don't quarrel, you don't talk left and right, talk anyhow, you know, and then this thing now become a problem, and you know something that your man or your wife will not be reminiscing about, then it becomes a problem. So for me, we need to continue from where we stop. Tony Africa, why are you calling this time? You don't call this time. I don't like people calling after 10 p.m. You have 30 seconds. Go ahead, 30 seconds.
Thank you, sir. Emergency call. Amen. My brother, please, African culture and tradition must be kept. No matter, because our political system is not working, so our women, they come into abroad and start to talk about world evolving. Our culture is unique among the other races also. So the Indians, they keep their culture.
We will keep it, but you cannot use it to enslave women now. We'll keep it, don't worry, we'll keep them.
We're not enslaving them.
If you are not using it to enslave them, that's fine. But if you're using it to enslave them, then to hell with that culture.
I beg, continue with your fight.
Make this call emergency.
Politicians, continue to fight against the workability of our country, so that they can go back and then live according to our ways of life.
Thank you.
Okay, forget about the black women. Forget them. Most of them, 99% are useless.
Okay. You say now, what about the men? If 99% of women are useless, what about men?
The men abroad also, they are useless also. The men abroad are useless. So
okay.
They are useless also.
Okay, thank you.
What do you make this call emergency? What do you make this call to be emergency?
Thank you. All right, let me say this quickly.
What
Let
do
me
you make the
round up.
call to be emergency now?
Okay, let me round up here. If for those of you that have been following me for a while, you will understand that when it comes to a man or a woman, I respect everybody in my approach, right? That one doesn't have anything to do with culture. It's about you, right? I cannot get carried away to know an elderly woman because say we don't to play. I can't forget myself to greet in the morning. Some people are like that have dubious character. If they greet you good morning, because now don't to play. If you see them, they say how far now. Some people are like that, right? Yes, they are like that. So this one doesn't have anything to do with culture. It's about you. It's about you. All the women that have come across my platform, I address all of them as madam, madam, madam. You marry, you not marry, is madam, right? Find out. So what does it got to do with culture, for example? It's about you. So culture or no culture doesn't supposed to change you as a normal human being. That's what I wanted to say. My people, we come to the end of this broadcast right now. We'll meet again tomorrow, fingers crossed, by God's grace, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you very much, Oga CM, for coming here today. Madam Iris Finance, I appreciate you. Our Dream Nation, Mr. Alabo, I appreciate you. Madam Rita, I appreciate you. Mr. Odua, I appreciate you. Oga Shimizi, I appreciate you. My brother, Black Panther, I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you guys, especially on this topic, because everybody learned today. We agree, we disagree. It's a normal thing. If I give my submission, it's not compulsory you must agree because in Nigeria was the talk. Yes, tomorrow my submission might also go against yours, but let's learn from each other, not to take it too personal. I appreciate every one of you right there, and thank you. Yes, sir.
The thing about culture, we should throw away the bad part and be careful on how we speak on it, because there is a tendency of people eroding culture and the children will go astray in this generation. Thank you.
Yes, yes, we'll elaborate on that later on. The bad side, and unfortunately, if I have to shock you, the bad side have more than 92% now. Unfortunately, the bad side, more than, you see, the margin is very high. So except the Fed remove all this eye shift with this side there with the carry guapata, they use better pain.
And I was making you reduce that one, leave them alone for their matter. They are corrupt.
Yes, they are very I'm telling you. And if I can call out them anytime, I not send them, to be honest. You know,
they are Nigerians now. They have to be corrupt because that's what they are.
We have good ones, but there's a lot of ones amongst them, especially those two names where I mentioned with their brother. The one of me, the one of Gihon, all those are satanic smelly things. They are dead. I've been able to afford this video when I give the 10 size.
They catch them to flog you on.
No, you say what? You say what?
I'm very little. They are allowed.
No, they can't near me now. They want to die. They want. I talk on in the craze. Any or two of them, you mention my name, you are gone. I will come for you. I will not come for you here. I'll come for you physically. Anyhow, I despise them because they have destroyed so many things in abroad. These people are satanic, alongside with many of them. But we'll address that when it comes to time. I appreciate you all. And for those of you who supported the channel today, thank you very much, Mother Stella and myself. God bless you, man. I appreciate you. I'm very grateful. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you, sir. I'm very grateful. Ejidema, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless every one of you right there. My mother for Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. Thanks for all that you do. God bless you. Thanks for always being there for us all, not just for your son. Thank you, Madam Peggy Modi, Stephen. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, once again. Thank you, Tony Africa, Destiny Available. God bless every one of you right there. Thank you, Jedema, and many more. Thanks for your time with us, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, once again. My people, will come to the end of this broadcast. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. And look out for our pre-recorded video during the day. My people, let's continue from where we stop tomorrow. Take care and have a good night.
ni be ye rula megba